Welcome to the Birdcage on the campus of Vermilion High School in Vermilion, South Dakota. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley, and this is Vermilion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. First Dakota has proudly supported the dreams and banking needs of our customers for over 150 years. They offer personal, business, and ag banking solutions for every stage of your journey, plus a friendly team of professional bankers ready to put you first. And tonight's scoreboard sponsor is Midwest Ready Mix for all your concrete needs. Call Midwest Ready Mix. They have also purchased Clark's Rentals in Yankton. And right now, as we enter the third quarter of the JV game, the Vermilion Tanagers lead the Parker Pheasants by a score of 26-5. So we'll keep you up to date on this score. Also doing our pregame show. I did not have a chance to talk with Coach Sander of Parker, so I will not have that, but I do have our conversation with Coach John Brooks, and so we'll be bringing that to you. But I did want to talk about the poll, the most recent South Dakota Prep Media poll. We'll take a look at that while we're here. Or we won't. There we will, because I forgot I had it in my email, and I'm pulling that up now. Boys Class AA, Mitchell stays in first, unanimous number one with 18 first-place votes at 14-1. They're now 15-1 on the season. Harrisburg moves up to second from third at 11-3. Brandon Valley up from fifth to third at 11-3. Roosevelt down from second to fourth at 11-4. And Washington drops from fourth to fifth at 10-6. Receiving votes, Rapid City Stevens and Huron. In Class A, Sioux Falls Christian, also a unanimous number one at 16-0. Stays in first. Hamlin in second at 15-3. Pine Ridge stays in third at 16-1. Dakota Valley moves up to fourth from fifth at 13-2. And Sioux Valley drops from fourth to fifth at 16-2. Score is now 29-5 with 5:48 to go here in the third quarter, by the way. Rapid City Christian and Hot Springs also receiving votes. In Class B, Castlewood stays in first with 10 first-place votes at 16-2. Now, they did fall earlier this week, I believe, to Sioux Valley. I'll double-check on that, but that's a Class A school ranked in the top 5. Hard to fault them too much for that loss. White River fell to second from first, and with 6 first-place votes at 16-2. DeSmet stays in third with 2 first-place votes at 16-3. Wessington Springs moves up to fourth from fifth at 16-1. And Viborg Hurley in fifth, falling from fourth at 12-4. But I believe they lost earlier this week, or last night maybe. I'll have to double-check. And there's a three-pointer. Do you know who hit that? Maya Halverson hits a three-pointer, makes it 32-5. Thank Jen for the assist there, because I'm reading my poll, so I'm unable to see it as we have some action going on the girls' junior varsity. Oh, nice move there by Maya Halverson. Goes up with the left hand, and they're going to take a timeout. Just going to keep it here. I'll get through the poll and everything. So also receiving votes in Class B boys, Leola Frederick area, Canastota, Howard, and Aberdeen Christian. In girls' AA, O'Gorman, again, a unanimous number one. At 17-0, Mitchell at 15-0, but the girls did lose this week, so we'll see if that changes anything. They were in second. They're now 15-1, I believe. Brandon Valley up to third from fourth at 12-3. Jefferson at 13-4, up to fourth from fifth. And Harrisburg drops from third to fifth at 10-5. Also receiving votes, Pierre. In Class A, Flandreau, 16 first-place votes at 19-0, stays in first. Red Cloud stays in second with 1 first-place vote at 18-0. Sioux Falls Christian in third at 16-2. Sisseton in fourth with 1 first-place vote at 16-1. And T-Area at 13-4 stays in fifth. Also receiving votes, Vermilion, Wagner, and Florence Henry. We'll see how the poll ends up next this coming week with Vermilion falling to Wagner. And then in Class B, Ethan boys at 16-1, but they were upset earlier this week, I believe. Had 17 first-place votes to stay in first. Centerville at 16-2 stayed in second with 1 first-place vote. Harding County at 16-0 stays in third. Wall was in fourth at 14-3, and Arlington was now in fifth after receiving votes. And receiving votes this week is Lyman. So that is your run of the most recent South Dakota Prep Media poll. We'll take a look at other games going around and some of the seeds and some of the ways the standings are in the regions based on seed points as we get ready for region action on Tuesday. So 4:22 to go here in the third quarter as Vermilion has the ball leading 34-5. Halverson with a cross-court pass a little too high for Delaney Schmidt. So checking in is Lexi Hansen. Checking in, so it's one number 10 for another number 10 as Suzu Sugawara, one of the seniors that will be recognized tonight, checks out. Here's a pass down low, and they're going to call a foul on Maya Halverson. So 4:07 to go here in the third quarter of this JV game. 34-5, Vermilion leads Parker. Parker will inbound the ball. That was Maya's first personal. As they get the ball in to number 13. I believe that is Shayla Even, the 5'7" freshman. That ball is stolen away by Even. So 34-7, Vermilion leads. Here's a three-point attempt. That is short. Rebound by Maya Halverson. Maya brings the ball up. And that ball is stolen away now by Mara Moore, the 5'9" sophomore forward. That three-point attempt is no good. And I guess I'm not sure if that's Shayla Even, because I think that might be a varsity uniform that she has on. I'm not quite sure. That's the unfortunate thing about not knowing the players. So there's a turnover, 34-7, 3:03 to go. Because I tell you, which uniforms do you like better? The ones with the white numbers and letters, or the ones with the old Kansas uniform with the script red numbers? And
I like the white ones better.
See, so do I. And I think those look newer and a little more clean. So I believe those would be varsity. And in that case, I don't think number 13 is Shayla Even, but maybe Mallory Mitzner. So here comes Izzy Richardson with the ball. Gets it up to Madigan Wallen. Makes it 36-7. So if I'm calling the wrong person, I apologize. 2:42 to go in the third quarter. Vermilion leads. And Maya Halverson with the steal. Gets it ahead to Madigan Wallen, but that pass is stolen away. As Parker tries to get the ball down low, kick it out to the left. That layup is missed, and so rebound to Madigan Wallen. Natalie Buckman, all right, made that. Makes it 38-7, a minute 49 to go. As this is the final regular season game for the Vermilion Tanager girls. They will begin region play on Tuesday, and they're going to call a foul on Maya Halverson. Suzu Sugawara will check back in. Natalie Buckman checks out. That was Maya's second personal with a minute 28 to go. Oh, that's right, and the clock will run because we are now over 30 points. Ball is out of bounds, will be retained by Parker, but the clock is running. And that jump ball will go to, that'll stay with Parker. I wish they had the possession arrow up on the scoreboard again. So Parker will inbound the ball. 38 seconds to go. That ball is, that inbound to a good shot, but not able to contain it. And that pass from Izzy to Maya is no good. I believe that's going to be a foul. Or nope, just a turnover. So that is on. They'll be inbounded by Parker to get the ball around. And that shot is no good. I believe that's Jersey Lessman, and that will be the end of the third quarter where Vermilion leads 38-7. We'll be back after this timeout with the fourth quarter here on Vermilion Streaming and ESPN Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM on the Murphs. This will be a Murphs Appliance timeout, and on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard, Vermilion leads 38-7.
Save means you're sort of protecting yourself. My mom and dad told me how to be safe. It's like super duper important. Hold a grown-up's hands. Put a helmet on because you might hurt your head super duper bad.
Protect their future by protecting yours with your local State Farm agent, Dick Sunday. Best Ready Mix and Equipment is your locally owned and operated ready mix company. The Oshkosh front discharge mixers allow for easy placement of concrete, and with the 6-wheel drive and low-range transfer case, they're nearly unstoppable. More of a do-it-yourself fan? Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment is teaming up with Clark's Rentals in Yankton, bringing you a wide range of hand tools, mini excavators, skid steers, aerial lift equipment, and more to get the job done. Choose Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment for all your concrete needs and Clark's Rentals, your rental equipment headquarters.
Welcome back to Vermilion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. Vermilion leads 38-7 in this JV matchup as we head into the fourth quarter. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley as Vermilion is taking on Parker in the girls' action tonight, and the boys are hosting Ponca out of Nebraska, a Class C2 team with a 19-1 record on the year. So it should be a good matchup. Here's a pass over to Delaney Schmidt. And into Buckman. There's picked up by Sugawara. Nope, that is going to be a jump ball, and that should favor Parker. So Parker will inbound the ball, but the clock will keep running as it is a 31-point lead in the second half. Running clock counts in JV action as well. That shot is no good. Buckman with the rebound. What the hell? That's over to Delaney Schmidt. Over to Izzy Richardson. Over to Suzu Sugawara. That ball is knocked out of bounds off of Parker. So it's 38-7, 5:16 to go here in the fourth quarter. Foul is called on Parker. That will be on. It's their first team foul of the quarter. And that's on number 13. And that free throw is no good. And Natalie Buckman hits the shot off the rebound, makes it 42-7, as the shot was good before the foul. And Parker misses that shot. They are able to get the rebound, though, into the hands of Lessman, and that shot will go out of bounds. So 4:45 to go here in the JV game. Vermilion leads 42-7. That ball is into the hands of Delaney Schmidt. As again, Vermilion is leading 42-7. This is the final game of the season, regular season, and this will be the final JV game for these players. Here's Izzy Richardson. Thought about the three, kicks it over to Schmidt. Schmidt will take the three. That'll be short off the front iron. And Parker will get the rebound. Leading 42-7. So Parker with the ball. Has it knocked out of her hands by Schmidt. And here's a three-point attempt from straight on, just short, a little off the front iron, and that is Jordan Skinner with that shot. There's going to be a foul on Delaney Smith with 3:39 to go. Checking in for Vermilion, Sienna Mount. Checking out is Kaylee Schultz. Parker will inbound the ball, 42-7, 3:26 to go. That shot no good. Rebound to Sugawara. Knocked out of her hands, but picked up there by Schmidt. She'll bring it up. Gets it across the timeline. They get it down low to Sugawara. Turnaround jumper. Oh, no good. Goes after her own rebound. Does pick it up. Kicks it over to Richardson. Richardson gets it down to Buckman. Buckman with the straight-on shot from the free throw line. No good. Rebound into the hands of Mount, and that'll be out of bounds off of Mount. So that'll stay with Parker now. 2:51 to go. Clock still running. .233 to go. 42-7. Vermilion leads Parker. And that pass to Mount from Smith is too high. That'll be out of bounds. That'll go back over to Parker. Parker with a nice drive up with the right hand, up and in. 42-9 with 2 minutes to go. That ball, that was made by Haley Reuter, the freshman, 5'3" freshman guard from Parker. Ball is knocked across the timeline by Reuter. Picked up by Izzy Richardson into the hands of Jordan Skinner, who gets her own rebound and makes another shot. No good off the back iron. That rebound into the hands of Parker. Here's Reuter. Reuter over to Emma Tushin. No good. Suzu Sugawara with the rebound is tied up, and that will go back to Vermilion. There's going to be a foul. So that foul is called on Jersey Lessman. That first free throw is hit, 43-9. Buckman at the line. Here's her second free throw coming up. That is off the back iron. 43-9 with 53 seconds to go. And there's a shot made by Parker, 43-11. They did get to double digits with 42 seconds to go. There's a pass over to Sienna Mount, down to Buckman, and then into Callie Schultz. And that is good. 45-11. Vermilion leads with 25 seconds to go here in this JV matchup. Again, senior night tonight. I believe they're celebrating or recognizing between the games. And so it's both senior night for both boys and girls. And so here's 11 seconds to go. Parker still putting on a press. Get it over to Izzy Richardson. Richardson will drive in, loses control. 2-1, and that will be the ball game. Vermilion's JV girls will win 45-11. As we see the girls from Parker varsity awaiting. So we will be back with that. We'll take a quick break, but on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard, Vermilion 45, Parker 11 in JV action. We'll be back with our pregame show after these messages from our Vermilion sportscasters on ESPN Radio 101.5 FM, 1570 AM KVTK, and Vermilion streaming on YouTube.
Blaine Olson, owner of Blaine's Body Shop in Vermilion. I grew up here, graduated here, and now have a business here. I'm proud to serve the community that has helped me live this dream. I have top-notch equipment, the latest in training, along with a work ethic and the desire to serve you. Should you need repairs in the future, please remember Blaine's Body Shop across from Polaris on the Highway 50 bypass in Vermilion.
Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Now online at blainesbodyshop.com.
Need a new set of tires? Look to Carlson's Body Shop in Beersford. How about some accessories like WeatherTech floor mats, access roll-up truck covers, bed liners, remote car starters, and thousands of other products. Hey, you can look at everything at your convenience online too at carlsonsbodyshop.com. No wonder the song says,
Bring it down to Carlson's Body Shop, your complete car care center.
Clay County Abstract and Title Company has a complex job that boils down to something very simple: helping you purchase your dream with confidence. When investing in a new home, a new site for your business, or piece of property, you want peace of mind that the property is truly yours. Clay County Abstract and Title Company has been doing just that since 1946. Clay County Abstract and Title Company, proud supporters of Vermilion activities and proud to be a part of your dreams come true.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new home for your family, you want to sell your existing home, or you're a student looking to rent an apartment, Dakota Realty and Property Management can fit your needs. Being locally owned and with over 150 years of combined experience, they are the experts at helping you find your new home. Go to Dakota Realty and Property Management because they like what they do. Dakota Realty is a proud supporter of Vermilion Athletics. Dakota Realty and Property Management, located at 125 East Cherry Street, Vermilion.
And welcome back to Tanager Basketball here on ESPN Radio 1015 FM, 1570 AM KVTK, Vermilion in Yankton and Vermilion, streaming on YouTube. This is brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. For over 150 years, they have proudly supported the dreams and banking needs of their customers, and they offered personal, business, and ag banking solutions for every stage of their journey, your journey, plus a friendly team of professional bankers ready to put you first. We just finished with the JV game where on the Murph's Appliance, or on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard, Vermilion won 45-11. Again, it is senior night here, and they will honor the seniors between the boys and the girls game. So we will try to bring you as much of that action as possible. But we are going to enter our pregame discussion here as the Tanagers look to rebound following a loss to Wagner on Tuesday. So let's take a look first at their opponent, the Parker Pheasants. Parker is 2-17 on the season. They started off with losses to McCook Central Montrose, Baltic, and Elk Point Jefferson. They lost to Parkston, Beersford, and Bonhomme. They fell to Lennox. And part of the problem is, they face good teams constantly. I mean, you look at that. Elk Point Jefferson 16-3, Parkston 15-5, Beersford 10-9, Bonhomme 13-6, Lennox 15-5. They faced Flandreau. They lost. Flandrew's 20-0, 20-0. Freeman is 15-5. West Central 9-10. They lost to Flandreau again, 20-0. They did lose to McCook Central Montrose, Baltic, and then a 10-10 Chester team. They then did defeat Viborg Hurley 36-30. And Viborg again is 10-10 on the season, so not a bad win there. Del Rapid St. Mary's, they fell to them. They're 11-9. Sioux Valley, they're 15-5. I had them down as 2 wins, but I only see the. Oh, they did defeat Baltic too, 51-35. So avenging a loss from earlier in the season. They lost to Canton, who's 11-9, Garrettson, who's 12-8, and then they face Vermilion tonight. So they have not had an easy schedule. Every team, almost every team they play, has a winning record. So that makes a tough season. So if you're just on the cusp of a line of whether you're good or not, that's going to be tough. And so their record is not anything to necessarily be reflective of how good or not good this team might be. They are led by Parker Lessman, the 5'6" senior guard. That might be a name that you remember from last year, as well as Tanya Netisov, Mia Wright, Shayla Volts and Maya Bayer. And so we'll give you those starting lineups later. But that is their team in a nutshell. Again, 2-17, and they are in the region with Vermilion. So as it stands right now in Region 4, Vermilion is 15-4. They have 45 seed points. Elk Point Jefferson is 44 at 17-3, 44.316. T area is 15-4 at 44.211. Lennox at 15-5 in fourth at 43.5. Dakota Valley at 43.368. Beersford at 41. Canton at 40.85. And Parker at 37.158. Right now, with just this game remaining, and Elk Point Jefferson and T area playing each other, it does appear that Vermilion has sewn up. I could be wrong, but it appears that Vermilion has sewn up that first place spot, especially if they win tonight. What the biggest problem is, the way you get seed points for a game like this against a team like Parker with the record that they sport, your seed points are really tough. Even in a victory, the seed points for Vermilion are not. Give me just a second here. A win tonight over Parker would give Vermilion 41 seed points. But if they lose, they would only have 30. So they will lose on their seed point average either way, but a loss would be significantly and almost catastrophic. But right now, Vermilion would host both their first, and if they beat Parker again, if they win tonight and then beat Parker again on Tuesday, they would host the second round region game. So right now, Vermilion would host Parker, Elk Point Jefferson would host Canton, T area would host Beersford, Lennox would host Dakota Valley. But as I said, Elk Point Jefferson and T area are doing battle tonight. So that is a game we will keep an eye on the score of that, because that will really determine who Vermilion might play in that second round, or who goes on to the SODAC 16. So we'll keep an eye on the other members of the region for Vermilion, because Lennox is playing Lennox is done. The Lennox girls are done. Dakota Valley girls, they play Madison tonight. At Madison at 3-17. Dakota Valley should win. So really, almost looks like they're just jockeying for second place in the region. And so there does appear to be a delay in the start, just because that game got over so early, and with the game scheduled to start at 6:30, they're probably going to wait until maybe 6 o'clock before they start that 15-minute countdown. So we'll keep looking at other games in the area, but we will talk to you about the Tanagers, and then we'll talk about Coach John Brooks, our interview with him. Vermilion, how did they get here? Well, they opened their season with a victory over Canton, 56-27. They defeated West Central, 55-31. They then defeated the Ponca girls, 55-31. Now, talking to Coach Drake, they were unable to get it on the same day, because that was the day that Vermilion boys played down at the Tyson Event Center against in the Baumgars Classic against Boys Town. But they're hoping to maybe get that to be a doubleheader, an annual doubleheader with Ponca. And then the girls lost to Crofton, 52-38. I had the chance to call that Crofton game last night, and that Crofton team is good, probably even better than they were then. So that's not a loss to take lightly. That's a big-time team, that Crofton Warrior team. They're undefeated. They're 24-0 right now. So it's hard to argue with that. Then they defeated Tri-Valley 61-27. Fell to T area 51-42 in a game that was really even closer than the mark showed. 51-42. It just got away a little bit at the end when they were trying to press. And then they defeated Parkston 57-50. Elk Point Jefferson 56-36. They defeated Mount Vernon Plankinton 73-67. Now these are dates to remember. So on Friday, they defeated Mount Vernon Plankinton in Mitchell at the Hanson Classic 73-67. Mount Vernon Plankinton is a 14-5 team. Mount Vernon Plankinton is a really tough team with Reagan Russ and Emily Fox. They then turned around the next night and went to Irene Wakanda and played a really, really good Florence Henry team, and they fell 45-31. Really just tired legs. You could tell it out there for those girls. And so that was also the first night that we saw Casey Hansen warming up with the team. Well, since then, she has been a regular contributor off the bench, and we've seen a real elevation of the game since then. So that is when they started their win streak. They defeated Del Rapids, Millbank, Beersford, Sioux Falls Christian, Aberdeen Roncalli. Sioux Falls Christian is now 17-2. Aberdeen Roncalli is now 17-3. Their losses are to a team like to Vermilion. Madison 71-42 they won. Dakota Valley they beat 69-56, and they defeated Lennox 51-40 before falling to Wagner 57-54 in Wagner on Tuesday. So that's how Vermilion got here. They are led by Taylor Roovers with 10.7 points per game, 3.6 rebounds, and 5 assists. Brooklyn Voss with 6.5 points per game, 3.2 rebounds, and 2.1 assists. Janaea Cleveland, the 5'8 senior. Brooklyn Voss is a 5'11 senior. Averages 7.6 points, 5.4 rebounds, and 2.3 assists. Chandler Cleveland, a 5'9 senior, averages 10.7 points, 4.6 rebounds, and 1.1 assists. And then Brooke Jensen, the Augustana commit, averages 6.1 points per game. Her 6'1" junior averages 12.4 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 1.6 assists. Also off the bench, Taylor Barta with 2.6 points per game, 1.4 rebounds, and an assist. And Casey Hansen with 6.8 points per game, 1.1 rebounds, and 1 assist. Also a stat to note, Taylor Roovers has 52 steals on the season. That's about 2.8 steals per game. Janaea Cleveland has 64 steals on the season. That's a 3.3 steals per game average. This team has 237 steals on the season in 19 games. So that is about 12 steals per game. That's a big difference in their defense creating offense, and that is a big reason that they win by the margins that they do. So we had a chance to sit down with Coach John Brooks earlier today, actually, and discuss this upcoming game and discuss kind of the next week of the season. And here's that conversation with Coach John Brooks of the Vermilion Tanagers here on ESPN Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM, and Vermilion streaming on YouTube. Welcome back to our coaches' conversation. On the line, we have Coach John Brooks of the Vermilion Tanagers. Coach, it's senior night. You're back at home. How are you feeling today?
Yeah, it feels great to be back at home. It just doesn't seem like we've been here very often. So excited to get back in front of our home fans. Girl-boy doubleheader tonight. Friday night should be a great crowd. And like you said, we get to honor our seniors tonight as well. So looking forward to a great night.
Well, I think it's going to be fun. I tell you what, before we talk about the game, why don't you just kind of give a shout out to the seniors, just so, because some of them people know, but some of them don't get to see the court as much, but they've all meant something to the program.
Yeah, they've been with us and put obviously a lot of time and dedication into our program. And, I'd have to go back and look, but I think our senior class this year, by the time they graduate, even through their 4 years, or when a lot of them started playing as sophomores, juniors, seniors, they got to probably be one of the most, maybe the most winning class that we've maybe had in Vermilion. They have been part of a lot of wins, dating back to their sophomore year when we had a great season, ended up losing in the round of 16 to St. Thomas More out in Pierre. And, last year, obviously, going 19-1 in the regular season, and then putting the season together that we've had this year. So, I think everybody kind of knows the Janaea Clevelands, the Chandler Clevelands, and Brooklyn Voss, Taylor Barta. Those girls get quite a bit of minutes for us. But Mackenzie Richardson and Bailey Baylor have been a huge part of what we've done as well. And then we added Suzu this year. And, she's not on varsity, but, she's been a nice part to our piece to our program as well. So we get to honor 7 of them tonight.
Well, that is awesome. And, you mentioned the game against St. Thomas More. That was my first game that I got to help broadcast. I was with Heath out in Pierre for that game. And so that was my first taste of Tanager girls basketball. And it's been nothing but a great ride since then, following this class and this team. And so I was glad you're able to give them a shout out here. And I'm glad we're able to recognize them tonight. I think that'll be a nice ceremony. Because I was actually wondering that myself, how they rank as far as winningest classes, because they've had a string of success here.
Yeah, we'll have to total that stuff up here eventually, but yeah, they've had a great run, and I know that there's a lot more that they want to get accomplished this year. But we sat them down the other day, and just said, after we kind of went through some things, and we did end up being the outright winners of the DAC-12 conference again this year. Us and Sioux Falls Christian both, in the last 2 years, we're 19-1 in DAC-12 conference games, which is you just don't see that very often, and those girls. It just talks about how, not even how talented they are, but just to be able to stay focused and battle all those games. You got to have really good kids in order to do that. So, like I said, they've had a great run so far and looking to accomplish more.
Well, and that starts tonight. This final regular season game at home against Parker. Parker hasn't had a ton of success, but that's sometimes when a team is most dangerous, is when they really don't feel like they have anything to lose. What is it about Parker that you feel might pose some challenges for your team?
Well, I think, first of all, they bring back their best two players from last year. Lessman as a guard and Bialis inside. Bialis 6'2", long and athletic inside. And Lessman is a very, very good guard who scores it extremely well. And so they got some other perimeter kids that shoot it well from the outside. And it's just like you said, we told the girls yesterday, you can't look at records this time of the year. Everybody's starting to just trying to fight and survive every single game. And we have a lot to play for tonight. Obviously, we want to win on senior night, but with the win tonight, we wrap up the 1 seed in regions. And if we don't win tonight, we're not going to be the 1 seed. So we want that. If we do get that 1 seed, we'll turn around and play Parker again on Tuesday in the first round of regions. So and on top of that, we want to play well. Like, this is the time of year you want to play well. We don't want to go out and just kind of have a dud of a game. We want to take the floor ready to play, and I know our girls are excited to be back at home and ready to go. And returning home and with regions coming up, you guys being the top seed, being able to be at home for a little while, what kind of advantage does the birdcage offer and the fans being there provide for you guys? Yeah, I think it's huge. I think we have one of the tougher gyms for teams to come in and play in. We usually pack it in, and it's loud. And anytime you can play at home in playoff situations, that's a great thing. And that's another thing that we've been able to have lately in the past few years. And that's the same thing we told the girls. With the win tonight, we secure home court advantage in all the way through our, the first 2 rounds of region. We'd have our Tuesday game at home. If you're lucky enough to move on, we'd have our Thursday night game at home. So it just kind of goes back to we understand Parker's 2-17, but we can't take it that way. We have to play well tonight, and we still have a lot to play for.
Really do, and things seem to be. You hate to look ahead, but things seem to be lining up well for the team. That as long as the girls take care of business, the sky's kind of the limit here the rest of this season.
Yeah, I think anytime you can secure a home court advantage on a 1 seed, like we've said earlier, technically that should give you the easiest route, right? But unfortunately, with the way our region is, you're going to have to play some very good competition just to get out of here. And it's shaping up that if we do win tonight, like we said, we'd get Parker on Tuesday. If we're fortunate enough to move on to that game, we're probably going to get the winner of Dakota Valley and Lennox. And that's just kind of looking down the road. To get out of region, you're going to have to play really tough competition. So our region's brutal this year. We understand that. But that's why we want those games at home. We think that gives us an advantage.
It really does. Now, I was going to ask, Nebraska does it a little bit differently. I just broadcast from Crofton last night. They do sub-districts, but then they also have a bit of a wild card system for those really tough sub-districts. Do you ever envision South Dakota trying to do something like that?
And that's the thing. I coached at South Sioux City, Nebraska before I came here, and we had that wild card system as well. And the thing about it is, you got to get down to less than 8 regions. Nebraska, a lot of them only have 6 regions, and then that allows for those those 2 wild card teams that get knocked out that are still very good. So, I think we're probably closer to a SODAC 32 than we are probably to a wild card system. But I really do think that we need to look at it, at one of those 2 options, because there are some really, really good teams that are getting left out in regions that probably deserve a little bit more of a chance after the regular seasons that they've been through. So hopefully it's in the future here for South Dakota, but that doesn't help us for this year. We gotta battle our way out of this thing.
Well, exactly. Well, Coach, I appreciate you taking the time to talk with me today. Best of luck tonight, and it's going to be fun honoring these seniors, and look forward to talking to you after the game.
Okay, thanks a lot, Michael.
That was Coach John Brooks of the Vermilion Lady Tanagers here on our broadcast of Tanager basketball as the girls get ready to take on the Parker Pheasants in a boys-girls doubleheader. It has a little twist as the boys will be taking on the Ponca Indians. We'll be back with more after these messages from our Vermilion sportscasters here on ESPN Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM KVTK, and Vermilion streaming on YouTube.
The First Bank in South Dakota was the easy part. Earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too. For future employment, no experience necessary, we will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
Interior technicians.
I'm ready for my big role, Jerry.
What do you mean?
You said I'd be in your next 30 commercials.
No. I said Intech has over 30 years of commercial cleaning experience. Like offices, so they can ensure happy visitors and a healthy workforce.
So the shoot's in an office? I can make that work.
Oh my goodness. When you need it clean, call the Intech team.
Knutson Family Dentistry in Vermilion, they strive to provide the highest quality patient-centered dental care in a friendly, relaxing atmosphere. Knutson Family Dentistry works hard to provide the best cosmetic, general, and emergency dental treatment in the area. With over 50 years of combined dental experience, the latest dental technology, and a professional and compassionate staff, they're your top choice for dental care. Call for an appointment at 605-857-8008. Knutson Family Dentistry of Vermilion.
Welcome back to Tanager basketball from the Birdcage on the campus of Vermilion High School in Vermilion, South Dakota. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley, and this is Tanager basketball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Well, we're getting ready to bring you the Tanagers as they get ready to take on the Parker Pheasants. The Parker Pheasants 2-17 on the season. Vermilion Tanagers 15-4. Vermilion, the way it looks right now, if Vermilion wins, guaranteed to play Parker in the opening round of Regions on Tuesday. So this is a precursor of the Tuesday game that would be held here at the Birdcage. The biggest news we want to watch tonight is that Elk Point Jefferson T area game, because Vermilion will lose seed point standing tonight. With a win, they can only gain 41 points, which will lower their average. With a loss, that would be unfathomable for the most part, but if it were to happen, they would only get 30 seed points. So to see if they maintain that first place, they really should. I don't see that elevation of either T or Elk Point Jefferson, but if they are in first and then can beat Parker on Tuesday, they would then play that next level team. They would be playing, the fourth-ranked team, which right now is Lennox. Lennox would be playing Dakota Valley. So we're going to be keeping an eye on Region 4 as we go through tonight. But hey, let's take a look around the state, brought to you by Vermilion Medical Clinic. Vermilion Medical Clinic, so much care, so close to home. Let's just start with Class A girls tonight. Hanson is taking on Lakota Tech, and we'll just talk about games of note. Groton area versus Britton Hecla. Tri-Valley versus Baltic. Wagner is taking on Platte Geddes in Wagner. Chamberlain taking on West Central. Kimball White Lake and Mount Vernon Plankinton. Again, that Elk Point Jefferson T area game starts at about 6:30. So we'll try to keep some tabs on that score for you. Dakota Valley takes on Madison. Wall hosts Belle Fourche. Gregory hosting Bon Homme. Elton Lake Benton hosting number 5 Arlington, and number 2 Red Cloud hosting Bennett County. In AA girls, you have Washington leading Roosevelt right now 18-15 at the half. Also Brandon Valley hosting Spearfish, Harrisburg hosting Douglas, Watertown hosting Huron, Mitchell hosting Pierre, Brookings hosting Aberdeen Central, and Sturgis Brown hosting Rapid City Stevens. Here's the national anthem. And that was the national anthem brought to you by the Vermilion Band. And let's get those starting lineups. 5'7" senior, number 1, Shayla Volts. 5'5" sophomore guard, Maya Bayer. And then Jenna Van Velzen, the 5'7" junior guard, number 4. And Katie Bialis, number 21. Bialis is a 6'1" senior center. And then Parker Lessman, the 5'6" senior guard, will be the starting lineup for this Parker Pheasants team. And as they are introducing the cheerleaders for Vermilion, let's finish just kind of taking a look around the state as Mitchell taking on Pierre, Brookings over Aberdeen Central. And Sturgis Brown versus Rapid City Stevens. In Class B girls, area games and games of note: Phillip versus White River, number 4 Wall versus Bellefouche, and Elton Lake Benton versus Arlington. Again, for the boys in Class A, games to keep an eye on. Not too many area games. Webster area versus Millbank, Hanson versus Canton, Del Rapids versus Lennox should be a good one. Esteline Hendricks versus number 1 Castlewood, Wagner versus Platte Geddes, Gregory versus Bon Holm, Dakota Valley versus Madison, EPJ versus T area. That was a look around the state brought to you by Vermilion Medical Clinic. Now the starting lineup for the Vermilion Tanagers: Taylor Roovers, number 11, the 5'3", 8th grade guard, averaging 10.7 points per game and 3.6 rebounds and 5 assists and over 3 steals, or about 3 steals. Brooklyn Voss, the 5'11" senior guard, averaging 6.5 points per game, 3.2 rebounds and 2.1 assists. 5'8" senior guard, number 22, Janaea Cleveland, averaging 7.6 points, 5.4 rebounds. Chandler Cleveland, the 5'9" senior guard, averaging 10.7 points per game, 4.6 rebounds, and 1.1 assists. Janaea Cleveland also averages almost 4 steals per game. Brooke Jensen, the 6'1" junior guard, averaging 12.4 points, 6 rebounds, and 1.6 assists. So, jumping for Vermilion, as usual, will be Brooklyn Voss. Jumping for Parker will be number 1. Shayla Volts, the 5'7" senior forward. We're getting ready to bring you some Tanager basketball here on ESPN Radio 101.5 FM, 1570 AM, KVTK, and Vermilion streaming on YouTube. And here's the jump, and that will go to Vermilion. Here's Taylor Roovers. Brings the ball up. Gets it down to Chandler Cleveland, who gets it into Brooke Jensen. Brooke is unable to hit, but Janaea Cleveland with the rebound gets it into Chandler as she cuts into the paint. And that is out of bounds off of Parker. So Janaea Cleveland with a rebound early. As Janaea will inbound, 7:43 to go. She gets the ball into Taylor Roovers up at the top of the key. Taylor will drive in, kick out, and she's going to be fouled. That foul is going to be on number 2, Maya Bayer. That'll be Bayer's first personal, first team. Brooke Jensen with the 2-pointer. Takes Vermilion out to the 2-0 lead. 7:26 to go. And that shot by Parker's no good. Rebound to Brooklyn Voss. Voss with her first rebound of the game. 7:15 to go. That ball is stolen away by Parker. And by Parker Lessman. Ha! There's a 3-point attempt by Lessman. Rebound there by Katie Bialis. Up and no good. Rebound into the hands of Taylor Roovers. There's Brooke Jensen, up and in. Brooke Jensen now with 4 points, and she'll go to the line to shoot the and one. Looking for 5 as it's 4-0 now with 6:53 to go. That foul is going to be on number 21, Katie Bialis. That'll be her first personal, second team foul. That free throw is no good by Brooke, but rebounded by Chandler Cleveland, out of bounds off of Parker. So again, Janaea Cleveland will inbound the ball. Here comes the movement. And they get it down low to Brooklyn Voss, up with the right hand. That will be short. Rebound by Brooke Jensen, up and in. Brooke Jensen with all 6 of Vermilion's points so far. 6:40 to go here in the game between Vermilion and Parker. That's on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. Nice pass down low into the hands of Jenna Van Velzen. That is blocked by Brooke Jensen. That is out of bounds. 6:32 to go. Here in the first quarter, Parker will inbound the ball with 24 seconds on the shot clock. Parker Lessman inbounds it, gets it into Bialis. Back to Lessman. Lessman guarded by Roovers. Loses control. Kicks it over to Shayla Volts. Volts drives into the paint. Kicks it over for a 3-point attempt. That is no good by Jenna Van Velzen. Rebound by Taylor Roovers. Her second. She gets it ahead. That is knocked into the hands of Brooklyn Voss. Over to Jensen. Jensen with a pull-up jumper. No good. Rebound into the hands of Janaea Cleveland. Created by Voss, but into the hands of Cleveland. She'll get the rebound. Voss for 3. That is good. Brooklyn Voss with a 3. Makes it 9-0 with 5:54 to go here in the first quarter. Parker Lessman gets it ahead to Van Velzen. Van Velzen loses control, but picked up by Lessman. 4-3, no good. Rebound into the hands of Janaea Cleveland for her 3rd rebound of the game. Voss goes in, up to the block, up and no good. Rebound into the hands of Lessman. Gets it down low to Van Velzen. Van Velzen gets it into Bialis. Turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound by Brooke. Brooke with her 2nd rebound of the game. Brooke Jensen at the top of the key will drive, spin move, and that is going to be a travel on Brooke Jensen. That will be a turnover to Parker. And that ball is stolen away by Brooklyn Voss. That was created by some great defense. Chandler Cleveland gets it over to Brooklyn. Brooklyn thought about the three. Will drive in, gets it in the paint, kicks it out to Roovers. Here's Roovers, drives in with that master floater of hers, and that is good for Taylor Roovers. Gives her 2 points on the game. That's 11-0. Vermilion leads, 4:38 to go. Just need the Cleveland sisters to score. There's a steal by Janaea. Will Janaea take it coast to coast? Up with the right hand and left it short. That is out of bounds off of Brooke Jensen. So Janaea was unable to capitalize. So incoming for Parker is Mia Wright. And checking out was number 4, number 1, Shayla Volts. There's a three-pointer for Maya Bayer. No good. Rebound. Janaea Cleveland. That's her 4th. Into the hands of Chandler. Chandler up and in. Chandler Cleveland has scored. And Janaea with the assist. It's going to be a full timeout taken by Parker. Will take a timeout as well here on ESPN Radio and Vermilion Streaming. This timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermilion.
The wait when your furnace and AC needs repair by joining Larry's Heating and Cooling, Comfort Care, and Elite Care Club. Larry's Comfort Care Club features seasonal maintenance discounts on service and no overtime charges. Larry's Elite Club includes seasonal maintenance, free parts, free labor, free service calls, and both mean you are in front of the line for service. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling and sign up for the Comfort Care or Elite Care Club. Larry's Heating and Cooling, Yankton and Vermilion.
You are self-motivated, accountable, and eager to learn new skills. We'd love to talk to you about a rock star career. Masaba in Vermilion is hiring full and part-time manufacturing positions for the rock industry. Masaba provides comprehensive training in a clean, safe, and state-of-the-art facility. Masaba offers competitive wages, a fun and interesting work environment and culture. Join our team of rock stars. Visit masabainc.com to learn more.
Welcome back to the Birdcage. This is Tanager basketball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank, coming out of a Murph's Appliance timeout. Vermilion leads 13-0 halfway through the first quarter. Parker with the ball. They get it down low to Mia Wright, or up top to Mia Wright. Wright gets it into Maya Bayer. And that pass is just out of the outstretched hands of Mia Wright. So Vermilion will take over here. Janaea inbounds to Taylor Roovers. Roovers gets it across midcourt. Over to Chandler Cleveland. Chandler up top to Janaea. Brooklyn Voss on the right-hand side. Like I said, Vermilion expects to win. That will seal first place in the region form. Roovers for 3, and that is good. Taylor Roovers with 5 points on the night. 16-0, Vermilion leads. And that ball is stolen away by Janaea Cleveland. That is her 2nd steal of the night. Brooklyn Voss, short jumper, and that is good. Voss with 5 points. 18-0, Vermilion leads. And Bialis gets it out to Lessman. Lessman for 3, no good. Rebound into the hands of Bialis, up and no good. Rebound to Chandler Cleveland. So Janaea is the only starter not to have scored yet. Voss goes up with the right hand, up and in. All Brooklyn Voss. She's the leading scorer right now with 7. And this will be the team Vermilion plays on Tuesday, if all things go according to plan. Brooke Jensen with the steal over to Chandler Cleveland. Chandler has it blocked by Mia Wright. And there's Van Velzen, goes up, no good. Rebound, Brooke Jensen. Roovers gets it ahead to Janaea. Janaea, and she is fouled by Parker Lessman. Janaea on the shot, so Janaea will get a chance to break the seal on the basket for herself. And that is on Parker Lessman. That is Lessman's 1st personal, 3rd team foul. And again, Janaea will go to the line to shoot 2. First free throw for Janaea is up and good. Every starter has scored for Vermilion. Checking in, Taylor Barta and Casey Hansen. Checking out, Taylor Roovers and Brooke Jensen. Jensen has 6 points. Roovers has 5. Brooklyn Voss has 7. Now Janaea Cleveland has 1. And she makes that second one. It's now 22-0. Vermilion leads with 2:20 to go here in the first quarter. That ball is almost stolen away by Janaea. And that one's going to be a foul on Janaea, I believe, or maybe on Casey. I'm not sure who they're going to call it on. Yep, they're calling it on Casey. Casey Hansen with her first personal. First team foul for Vermilion. So Parker will inbound on the side by midcourt. Parker Lessman with the ball. Gets it over to Mia Wright. 2:11 to go. Vermilion leads 22-0. Ball stolen away by Janaea Cleveland. That is her third steal of the game. That counts as a kick, and so that ball will get turned over to Vermilion. Inbounding it along the baseline. Nope. Yep. Casey Hansen to inbound. Right now out there, it's Casey Hansen, Janaea Cleveland, Chandler Cleveland, Taylor Barta, and Brooklyn Voss. Voss at the top of the key, gets it over to Hansen. Hansen for 3. Oh, just off the iron. Rebound to Shayla Volts. Volts will bring it down the right-hand side. Pop and shoots, and no good. Boy, Parker cannot buy a basket tonight. That is the third rebound for Chandler Cleveland. And Casey Hansen on the left-hand side gets it over to Janaea. Gets it down low to Chandler. Chandler out to Taylor. Taylor over to Brooklyn. Out top to Casey Hansen. Hansen back to Barta. Barta, she'll take her 3. No good, but the rebound to Shayla Volts. And here's Parker Lessman. Lessman on the right-hand side gets it back over to Volts at the top of the key. That ball is almost stolen away by Janaea. Here's Lessman from straight on for 3. No good. And the rebound to Brooklyn Voss, who was fouled on the rebound. If I remember right, last year, I think Parker Lessman hit a lot of threes. I think that's what kept Parker in it. So checking in, Brooke Jensen. Checking out, Brooklyn Voss. So 54 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Vermilion leads 22-0. Cross-court pass over to Hansen. Hansen on the block, kicks it back out to Barta. Barta will have traveled, and that will be a turnover with 42.6 seconds to go in this first quarter. Parker Lessman will inbound the ball. 38 seconds, about 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And there's Parker Lessman for 3. Oh, off the back iron rebound, Casey Hansen. 23 seconds to go. Barta with the ball on the baseline, gets it out to Roovers. Roovers for 3 off the back iron. Rebound into the hands, out of bounds off of Brooke Jensen. So again, every starter has scored. Barta and Hansen have yet to score for Vermilion. 22-0. Vermilion leads with 14 seconds to go. They get that ball over to Parker Lessman. I keep wanting to say Les Nessman, and it's Parker Lessman. Over to Mia Wright, guarded by Chandler Cleveland. Shayla Volts, double team, and they are unable to get a shot off. And that's the way the first quarter will end. Vermilion leads 22-0. We'll take this timeout, brought to you by Murph's Appliance. On the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard, Vermilion leads 22-0. We'll be back after these messages from our Vermilion sportscasters on ESPN Radio and Vermilion streaming on YouTube.
Nice.
Maytag appreciates a compliment, but this Maytag washer isn't just eye candy.
Wow.
Inside, it's got the capacity and power to handle even the mightiest loads.
I love this.
Yeah, she's a beaut.
It's a he.
How do you know?
Don't worry about it.
Find Maytag products and the industry's best appliances at your local dealer. Murph's Appliance, downtown Vermilion.
Pied Piper Flowers and Gifts, your floral and gift store on the corner of 15th and Broadway. We have what you need this holiday season. The freshest flowers and plants, home decor, candles, games, puzzles, socks, a great foodie corner, and of course beautiful jewelry, because we love things that sparkle. Be sure to stop by and see all that we have. It will surprise you. Shop local, shop Pied Piper Flowers and Gifts, your floral and gift store.
Welcome back to Tanager Basketball on ESPN Radio and Vermilion Streaming. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley. This is brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. And on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard, Vermilion leads 22-0. Mia Wright gets her own rebound. Here's Volts for a long shot. No good. Rebound, Brooklyn Voss. Vermilion leads 22-0. Brooke Jensen with 6 points on the night. Gets it out to Roovers at the top of the key. That pass from Roovers to Voss is stolen away by Van Velzen. And she loses control of it. And Roovers will create the jump ball. And that will go over to Vermilion. Again, later tonight, Vermilion boys will not be playing Parker. They'll be playing Ponca. 19-1 boys team out of Ponca, Nebraska. Their Class C2 should be a good matchup. Taylor Roovers from the top of the key gets it over to Janaea Cleveland. Janaea gets it over to Chandler. Again, every starter has scored. Here's Janaea down low to Brooklyn Voss. Turnaround jumper, just left it short. Rebound Chandler, no good. Rebound Brooke Jensen, no good. Rebound Taylor Roovers. Holy moly. Try to get all those stats. All right, and here's Brooke Jensen from the left for three. Just short. That rebound is to Jenna Van Velzen. Again, Vermilion leads 22-0, but we're a minute 13 into this quarter. They have yet to score. Sometimes in games like this, you have to look for the things to improve upon or to be able to complain about, you know. And that ball is out of bounds off of Vermilion. That will stay with Parker. 6:38 to go on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. Vermilion leads 22-0. You know, if you talk to Coach Brooks, he's going to say they're missing some inside shots that he'd like them to hit, especially when they're playing maybe a Lennox or a Dakota Valley on Thursday. So here's Mia Wright. Gets it out to Parker Lessman. And I will sincerely say my apologies if I say Les Nessman. I really do apologize. And here's Parker Lessman. Gets it into Katie Bialis. There's Parker Lessman. Short jumper. No good. Rebound, Brooke Jensen. That is Brooks' fifth rebound to go with 6 points. And here's Jensen at the top of the key. Over to Janaea Cleveland. Down low to Brooklyn Voss. Out to Roovers. Over to Jensen. Jensen thought about the three, but didn't take it. Out to Chandler. Over to Taylor. Back over to Brooke. To Janaea. Good ball movement by this Tanager team. Short jumper by Chandler Cleveland. No good. Rebound. Mia Wright. Mia guarding Janaea. Gets it into Volts. Over to Lessman. Lessman for three. Off the back iron. Rebound. Taylor Roovers. Like I said, we saw what Lessman could do last year. And that is going to be a blocking foul on Parker Lessman. That'll be her second. Team's first of the quarter. So we know what Parker Lessman can do from the three-point line. It's not there tonight. So checking in for Parker, Mallory Mitzner. Checking out, Jenna Van Velzen. So it's Mia Wright, Bialis, Van Velzen, Volts, and Lessman. Here's Taylor Roovers up top, on the top of the key. Drives in, short little jumper, and that is good. Taylor Roovers has mastered that floater, that short jumper from about 10 feet away, inside the free throw line, inside the paint. That gives her 7 points on the night. Here's Bialis. Bialis, no good. Oh, no. Rebound, Brooke Jensen ahead to Chandler Cleveland along the baseline. And that ball is stolen away by Shayla Volts. Volts brings the ball up and floats it in. No good. Into the hands of Brooke Jensen. If I sound anguished, I'm starting to, I just feel bad because these shots, they don't even, it's not like they look bad. It's like they should be going in, and I just can't explain why they're not. And Chandler Cleveland on the assist from Taylor Roovers. So Chandler Cleveland with 4 points. You just want them to score. You know what I mean? That's not, it's 26-0 with 4:37 to go in the second quarter. Here's Parker Lessman inside. And that rebound to Janaea Cleveland. Janaea Cleveland with 5 rebounds now. I know I call games for the Tanagers, and I've been accused of being a homer a lot, but I'm starting to really feel bad. Here's Brooklyn Voss at the top of the key. Over to Taylor Roovers. Roovers to Janaea. Janaea drives into the elbow. Kicks it out to Voss. Voss will take the three. That is good. Brooklyn Voss on senior night hits double digits. That's a way to do senior night right. And Coach Brooks is checking in Maya Halverson. No, sorry. Coach is checking in Mackenzie Richardson and Bailey Baylor, the two seniors who are mainly on the bench, who don't always see a ton of action. So the seniors get in the first half alongside Casey Hansen and Taylor Barta. Barta also another senior. Checking out Brooklyn Voss, Taylor Roovers, Brooke Jensen, and Chandler Cleveland. So in for Vermilion, it's now Janaea Cleveland, Casey Hansen, Taylor Barta, Bailey Baylor, and Mackenzie Richardson. Richardson on the block, kicks it out to Hansen. Hansen, pass is too high for Taylor Barta. That will turn it over to Parker. Here's Parker Lessman, 3:44 to go, 29-0, Vermilion leads. Here's Maya Bayer, has the ball stolen away by Barta. And here's Hansen at the top of the key, gets it over to Janaea Cleveland, over to Casey Hansen, over to Barta. Barta thought about the three, kicks it down to Richardson. Hansen for three, that is just off the iron. Rebound into the hands of Richardson, who was unable to keep it as it pass is stolen away by Maya Bayer. Here's Bialis in the paint, kicks it out to Maya Bayer. Bayer over to Shayla Volts at the top of the key as they reset with 19 seconds to go. Lessman will drive in, kick it back to Mallory Mitzner. Mitzner for three, no good. Rebound, Taylor Barta. Barta with a steal and a rebound already on senior night. Richardson out to Hansen. Hansen back over to Barta. Here's Janaea Cleveland for three. That'll be off the back iron. They're going to call an over the back on Taylor Barta. So now Taylor has a steal, a rebound, and a foul on senior night. Getting in the books. Oh, that pass to Bayer is intercepted by Casey Hansen. Hansen gets it out to Barta. Here's Janaea Cleveland back to Barta at the top of the key. Hansen will take the three, and that is good. Casey Hansen for three. 2:15 to go. Vermilion leads 32-0. Just a reminder, in the second half, if you lead by 30, it becomes running clock. Here's Bialis just off the elbow, gets it back out to Mallory Mitzner. That ball is stolen away by Casey Hansen. Down to the block, kicks it back out to Richardson. Back over to Casey. Over to Janaea at the top of the key. And that pass down low is unable to be contained by Bailey Baylor and stolen away. And there is a foul on Casey Hansen. No, they're just going to call it out of bounds. So Brooklyn Voss comes in for Janaea Cleveland. So a minute 46 to go, 32-0. Vermilion leads Parker. Casey Hansen with the ball. Brings the ball up. It's Hansen and Barta, Bailey Baylor, Mackenzie Richardson, and Brooklyn Voss. Voss down just off the block. Gets it out to Baylor. Baylor over to Hansen at the top of the key. Vermilion with good ball movement tonight. That cross-court pass is stolen away. Stolen away by Shayla Volts. She'll drive into the paint. Up with the right hand. No good. Rebound to Maya Bayer. And good! Maya Bayer with the rebound and the score. 32-2, a minute 14 to go. Even the Vermilion cheering section was happy. The student section, they realized nobody wants to be out there for something like that. Nobody wants to see anything like that. They understand the frustration that comes with that. Kyla Foshheim is now out there, along with Mallory Mitzner, Shayla Volts, Maya Bayer, and Jenna Van Velzen. There's a ball stolen away by Brooklyn Voss. I feel good. I'm just glad they're not shut out. I mean, I know maybe that sounds lame, and I apologize if it does, but Brooklyn Voss with the short jumper. Oh, no good. Rebound. Taylor Barta tried, but was unsuccessful. Out of bounds. That will go over to Parker. 34.7 seconds remaining here in the first half. Vermilion leads 32-2 over Parker. Bringing the ball up for Parker will be their 5'5 sophomore, Maya Bayer. Bayer gets it over to Foshheim. Foshheim's also a sophomore. Bayer goes up with the shot, no good. Knocked out of bounds by Bailey Baylor. Off the shot by Bayer. Bailey Bayer, Katie Bialis. A lot of B's. We'll keep trying. Maya Bayer, the sophomore, 5'5 sophomore, will inbound the ball. They get it down low to Jenna Van Velzen. And that shot, she is fouled on the shot. She is fouled on the shot. We'll see who they call it on. And they do call it on Brooklyn. So Brooklyn Voss with her first personal, second team. So Jenna Van Velzen, number 4, will go to the line to shoot 2. First free throw is up and good. She is the second Parker Pheasant to score. And the second free throw is also good, 32-4. Well, it's now under 30 points. So Taylor Barda with the ball, 16 seconds to go. Running for the last shot. And Barda, Richardson, Baylor, Hansen, and Voss out there with 6 seconds to go. Barter will take the 3, and that will rattle in, rattle out, but rebound by Richardson. No good, and the putback is no good. That's the way the first half will end. Vermilion 32, Parker 4. On the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard, we'll be back with more basketball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on ESPN Radio and Vermilion streaming on YouTube.
Your crew is craving Pizza Ranch? It's easy to order online at pizzaranch.com. Online ordering makes it fast and easy to order craveable crispy ranch chicken or build your favorite pizza exactly how you like it. And now, for even more convenience, place your favorite order with just one tap. So when you're craving pizza or the country's best chicken, go to pizzaranch.com and start your order. For craveable food and convenient online ordering, there's so much to love at Pizza Ranch.
For the Perks card from Pump and Pack? Well, guess what? There's an addition, not just a card, it's an app. The Pump and Perks app and the Pump and Perks card from Pump and Pack, Vermilion. Just go to their Facebook page, Pump and Pack, and scan the QR code and you're in. Or go to the store, Pump and Pack, and get the card. Then download the app. Each one does the same thing. Like give you 5 cents off per gallon every day, except for Sunday, it's double with the Perks card from Pump and Pack, Vermilion.
Welcome to Runnings in Vermilion. Shop their great lineup of clothes for women. Names like Ariat and Carhartt for men. Boots and shoes and kids' clothing. Runnings has a large supply of animal food and accessories. Love the outdoors? See the selection of ammo, firearms, and fishing equipment. For everything you need, walk through the doors at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store, Vermilion.
Welcome back to Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley. We're at the half. Vermilion leads 32-4. We are going to keep it on the screen so you can see the little Tanager dance team. With the huddle camera, you're going to see it from behind, but we figure that'll help. Or not dance team, cheer team. We figure that'll help a little bit. I will discuss how that first half went, though. In the first half, Vermilion was led in scoring by Brooklyn Voss with 10, followed by Taylor Roovers with 7, Brooke Jensen with 6, Chandler Cleveland with 4, Casey Hansen with 3. I didn't think that sounded right. Casey Hansen with 3, and Janaea Cleveland with 2. For Parker, they were led by Shayla Volts with 2, and Jenna Van Velzen with 2. Again, Parker comes in 2-17 on the season. Vermilion at 15-4. What's on the line? If Vermilion wins, they solidify and guarantee that first place in Region 4. And so we're just going to take a look at Region 4 right now. Class A regions. Region 1, Groton area, Wabash Summit, Millbank, and Teoshpa-Zena. No, that is boys. I was like, what? That doesn't sound right at all. In Region 1, it's Sisseton, Aberdeen, Roncalli, then Groton area and Millbank. Very likely to see Sisseton and Aberdeen, Roncalli coming out of that region for the SODAC 16. In Region 2, you're looking at Flandreau, and Florence Henry as the top two. Hamlin, fairly close behind, and then Sioux Valley right behind them as well. Great Plains Lutheran having a good season. Region 2 is a tough one. Flandreau's 20-0, Florence Henry at 15-5, Hamlin at 13-7, Sioux Valley at 15-5, and Great Plains Lutheran at 16-6. Elkton Lake Benton is in 6th at 13-6. Esteline Hendricks at 11-9, Clark Willow Lake and Dual. In Region 3 at Sioux Falls Christian at 17-2, Garrettson at 12-8, Tri-Valley, West Central are the top four. They would host games right now on Tuesday. Top two out of that would probably be Sioux Falls Christian and Garrettson. Tri-Valley has those nights where they do tend to come up and bite people. Region 4, though, Vermilion, Elk Point, Jefferson, T-Area, Lennox, and Dakota Valley are the ones fighting for the top four slots. Lennox at 43.5 seed points, Dakota Valley at 43.368. T-Area and Elk Point, Jefferson are battling right now. And so we're going to take a look at that score when we're done looking at the seedings for Class A. In Region 5, Wagner leads Parkston 45.263 to 44.1, followed by Hanson at 43.9, both Parkston and Hanson at 15-5. Mount Vernon Plankinton in 4th at 43.789. They're 14-5 on the season, followed by Bon Holm, Sanborn Central, Woonsocket, Chamberlain, Kimball White Lake, and Platte Geddes. In Region 6, Mobridge, Pollock, Miller, McLaughlin, and Crow Creek are the top four. In Region 7, Red Cloud easily at 45, followed by Winter at 43.2. Little Wound and Bennett County. In Region 8, Hill City, Belfouche, Rapid City Christian, and St. Thomas More, followed by Custer, Hot Springs, and Lee Deadwood. So that's what's at stake tonight. So if you want to look at scores in Class A right now, Vermilion, of course, leads Parker 32-4. Wagner at the end of the first half only leads Platte Geddes 32-6, or 32-26. Much closer than expected. Platte Geddes at 7-12 on the season. West Central leads Chamberlain. No score update in Hanson for Hanson and Lakota Tech. And we're just going to take a look at that T-Area Elk Point Jefferson game. Right now, T-Area leads EPJ 7-6. In the first quarter, I don't see anything about time right now. And so that's going to be a game that we want to keep an eye on, is T-Area and Elk Point Jefferson. Elsewhere, as we take a look around the state, brought to you by Vermilion Medical Clinic. If you look at Class A, girls, Sioux Falls, Washington defeated Roosevelt 54-25, and Brandon Valley leads Spearfish. Class B, Groton area leads Britton Heckler 43-16, and Aberdeen Christian leads Potter County 7-4. So that's your look around the state, brought to you by the Vermilion Medical Clinic, all part of the Carlson's Body Shop halftime show here on Vermilion Streaming and ESPN Radio. We're going to take a quick break, brought to you by our Vermilion Sportscasters, and we'll be right back. Coming up will be the second half.
Sherco in Vermilion is a full-service service center. Sherco LLC is an industry-leading supplier of tarp systems to the transportation industry and is located in Vermilion, South Dakota. Sherco Vermilion supports their customers in the agricultural, construction, waste, and flatbed markets. Become a part of the Sherco team. Go to sure-co.com, about us/careers. Demand the best. Demand Sherco.
Visit our sleep experts at the Yankton Slumberland. With over 50 mattresses to choose from, we carry every price, free financing options, and the most trusted brands in the nation like Stearns & Foster, Sealy, and Tempur-Pedic. Snoring or lower back pain tormenting you? Seek relief with an adjustable power base. Fall asleep faster and cooler with our sheets and pillow selection. With a 120-night sleep trial, you can't make a mistake. See us today at the Yankton Slumberland, 2401 Broadway.
Get the finest wood in the neighborhood. Down at the lumberyard. Down at the lumberyard.
But it's not just wood at the Lumberyard. With a wide variety of quality building materials, the folks at the Lumberyard can help you with all of your project needs. Whether it be paint, siding, cabinets, windows, or of course lumber, the Lumberyard is ready to help. The best wood in the neighborhood at the Lumberyard, 1000 West Cherry Street in Vermillion.
You ready to start a career with an exciting team? Thermobond is looking to add to our team of experts. We offer competitive wages, a positive work environment, and on-the-job training. Thermobond is headquartered in Elk Point, South Dakota, and for over 30 years we've been providing lightweight and precast solutions for multiple industries nationwide. Check us out and see if you'd like to start a new career with us today.
Welcome back to Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on ESPN Radio and Vermillion Streaming. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley. We are in the Birdcage on the campus of Vermillion High School in Vermillion, South Dakota. At the half, Vermillion leads 32-4. And this has been the Carlson's Body Shop halftime show, brought to you by Carlson's Body Shop. Carlson's Body Shop in Beersford, your complete car care center since 1956. Again, in that first half, Vermillion scored, and they were led by Brooklyn Voss with 10, Taylor Roovers with 7, Brooke Jensen with 6, Chandler Cleveland with 4, Casey Hansen with 3, and Janaea Cleveland with 2. Looks like the same starters will be out there that finished. I don't know if it'll be the same starters that started or finished, but you just wonder how long Coach Brooks will keep the starters out there. You kind of walk that line. You want to make sure they're fresh, and but you don't want them to get too, and you don't want them to get injured, but you also don't want them to be too lax, because you have 3 full days between now and the game on Tuesday. So it's always an interesting strategy to see how that goes. But we will keep an eye on it. Again, Vermillion leads 32-4. Again, I want to thank all of our sponsors that help bring you this basketball coverage and football coverage throughout the season. Here on Vermillion Streaming, the Vermillion Sportscaster. So if you see their ads, make sure you're telling them thank you. We appreciate their support. Parker will start with the ball. Same starters: Parker Lessman, Maya Bayer, Jenna Van Velzen, Shayla Volts. So here's Maya Bayer, gets it into Katie Bialis, and that is stolen away by Janaea Cleveland. That is Janaea's 4th steal of the game. The next basket will make it that 30-point lead, which will trigger running clock. So here's Taylor Roovers, gets it down to Chandler. Chandler, back to Roovers. Roovers drives in, over to Chandler, over to Janaea. Janaea for 3, off the back iron. That rebound is into the hands of Shayla Volts, who gets it ahead to Lessman, and that is stolen away by Taylor Roovers. 7:18 to go, 32-4, Vermillion leads. Ball in the hand of Janaea Cleveland, over to Roovers. They try to get it down low to Brooklyn Voss. That is out of bounds, though, off of Parker. As Janaea Cleveland gets it into Voss. Voss with the turnaround jumper. Voss now with 12 points on the night. Kind of the way you want to do your senior night, isn't it? 34-4, and there's a 3-pointer. And that's from Maya Bayer, number 2. She now has 5 points on the night for Parker. Makes it 34-7. And here's Taylor Roovers. Roovers for 3, and that is the answer. Taylor Roovers now has 10 points on the night. Takes it back to a 30-point lead. 6:30 to go here in the first quarter, or third quarter. Jeez-a-loo. Jenna Van Velzen over to Parker Lessman. Here's Maya Bayer for 3. No good. Rebound, Janaea Cleveland. Janaea only has 2 points. There's a pass ahead to Roovers. No good. Into the hands of Jenna Van Velzen, but she has 6 rebounds, 4 steals, and an assist. So contributing in other ways tonight. Parker Lessman with the ball, gets it over to Bayer. Bayer gets it down low to Bialis. And that ball is knocked into the hands of Shayla Volts and then blocked by Brooklyn Voss. So 5:47 and counting. They, have noticed, and they are doing the running clock. So that ball was shot by Brooke Jensen. Rebound into the hands of Brooklyn Voss. That is out of bounds off of Janaea Cleveland. That will go back over to Parker with Vermilion leading 37-7. 5:17 to go and counting here in the third quarter. And that three-point attempt from Lessman is no good. Rebound out to Brooklyn Voss. That is Voss's fifth rebound. That pass is ahead to Chandler Cleveland. No good, but she is fouled on the shot. And I believe that foul will be on Van Velzen. So Van Velzen, that will be her first personal. Second team foul. That first free throw by Chandler is up and good. Mia Wright comes in. Katie Bialis checks out. And Chandler, second free throw up and no good. But rebound into the hands of Brooklyn Voss for her sixth. Taylor Roovers over to Brooke Jensen. Jensen for three, and that is good. Brooke Jensen now has 9 points on the night. We already have two players in double figures, Taylor with 10 and Brooklyn Voss with 12. There's the pass over to Janaea Cleveland from Voss, up and good. So that's an assist for Voss, and Janaea Cleveland gets her first field goal of the night. Now coming in, Richardson, Baylor, Barda, and Hansen with 4:18 to go. And that is going to be a foul, I believe, on Janaea Cleveland, and that'll trigger in the reserves. Nope, that's called on Chandler Cleveland. That is Chandler's first personal, first team. So everyone checks out except Chandler Cleveland. Parker Lessman to try to inbound the ball, gets it into Mia Wright. Over to Lessman. Lessman drives the lane. Turn around, goes up with the right hand, no good. Stolen away by Taylor Barda. That is Barda's second steal. Gets it over to Hansen. Hansen over to Chandler. Down low to Richardson on the block to Chandler for three, and that is good. Chandler Cleveland with 8 points on the night. They get it down low to Wright. Wright goes up with the right hand, no good. And that ball is saved by Wright, but into the hands of Volts, and it goes through her legs. That will turn over to Vermilion. So again, 3:02 to go, 46-7. Vermilion leads. So really, at this point, we just talked about how long the Chandler stays in there when the reserves play the entire time. So here's Casey Hansen. Because like Casey and Taylor, you want to get them some more experience too. A little bit more out there. Here's Hansen from the elbow. Short little jumper up and in for Casey. Hansen gives her 5 points on the night. Plus, Taylor still needs to score. We need Taylor to score on senior night as well as Bailey and McKenzie, don't we? Yeah. Shayla Volts gets it over to Lessman. Lessman guarded by Barda. Gets it up to Maya Bayer. Back to Lessman. Good ball movement by this Parker team. Turnaround jumper up, and yes! That is in for Jenna Van Velzen. Gives her 4 points on the night. Makes it 48-9. Here's Casey Hansen with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Barda thought about it. Kicks it back out to Richardson, over to Hansen. Hansen over to Barda. Barda will not take the cross-court pass. Is intercepted by Van Velzen, but knocked out of bounds by Double V. That's what we call her. That's what those that know her the best call her, right? Double V. I have no idea. But here's Casey Hansen at the top of the key. Gets it over to Taylor Barda. Down low to Bailey Baylor. Oh, back out to Hansen. Hansen for three, and that is good. Casey Hansen with 8 points on the night. About 1.2 points over her average. And that ball is stolen away by Chandler Cleveland. A lot of contact, no call. And maybe in a game like this, you'd wonder if the officials maybe just let a little more stuff happen. Barda tries to get it down low, unable to, but does pick up the tipped pass. Gets it down to Bailey Baylor. That is stolen away by Shayla Volts. Volts will drive in, goes up with the right hand, and she is fouled on the shot by Barta. That'll be Barta's second personal. And I'll say it again, since Casey Hansen has come back and been coming off the bench with Taylor's played a lot different game. That free throw, wow. A lot of arch on that from Shayla Volts. Nice. And hits that free throw. Gets them into double digits, 51-10. So checking in now, Maya Halverson and Madigan Wallen checking in for Barta and Hansen. So probably the reserves playing the rest of the way, I would guess. That free throw, no good. Rebound. Oh. Rebound into Mackenzie Richardson. And Lexi Hansen is in there too. Lexi Hansen, Madigan Wallen, Bailey Baylor, Mackenzie Richardson. Lexi for three. Lexi Hansen with a three-pointer. Lexi's an 8th grader. We have her to look forward to next year. She and Taylor Roovers as freshmen on this varsity team may be playing together. And Madigan Wallen and Maya Halverson have both looked good when they've been out there at times. Here's Mia Wright for three, no good. Rebound, Volts, turnaround jumper up, no good. Rebound again to Volts, or they're going to call a foul. Okay. Is that foul going to be on Halverson? Yep. Maya Halverson with her first personal. And that was the end of the quarter because the clock just continued to run. We'll be back after these messages on ESPN Radio and Vermilion Streaming. This time out brought to you by Murph's Appliance. 54-10 Vermilion leads on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard.
Todd's Electric, your full-service electrical contracting company. Todd's Electric services residential, commercial, agricultural, and industrial customers. From the simplest service call to the most complex design build project, Todd's Electric has the expertise to do it right. Call Todd's Electric for all your electrical needs. Todd's Electric, helping you control all things electric. Except for lightning. Todd's Electric. Go Tanagers.
Last week, a guy walked into the UPS store in Vermilion. He did not notice the copiers, the printers, the mailboxes, the banners, the posters, not even the business and shipping supplies. It was like he had blinders on. Hi, this is Jay with the UPS store in Vermilion. Many people don't see everything we have to offer when they stop by the UPS store to ship their packages. They miss all the things we have, like printing, designing. We even offer notary services here at the UPS store, located on Cherry Street in Vermilion.
Back to the birdcage. Just starting the fourth quarter. Lexi Hansen out there with Janaea Cleveland. Brooklyn Voss unable to connect, but rebound Taylor Barta. Barta is going to be fouled and not go to the line because it's only the first foul of the quarter. So that's Mia Wright's first personal, team's first. And Janaea, Chandler, and Brooklyn and Taylor all check out. The reserves back in. It's Lexi Hansen, Maya Halverson, Mackenzie Richardson, Bailey Baylor, and Madigan Wallen. Lexi Hansen with the rebound. Here's Parker Lessman. Gets it over to Volts. Back over to Volts from Van Velzen. Not to Volts, that's Tanya Netazov. Netazov is a senior on this team. Here's Volts. Now Mia Wright on the left-hand side, guarded by Wallen. Parker Lessman for three, and that's going to be good. Parker Lessman finally connects on a three. Like I said, if we didn't know what she could do last year, we wouldn't realize how off she is tonight. Here's Lexi Hansen over to Mackenzie Richardson into Maya Halverson. Bailey Baylor just off the block will drive in. Kicks it back out. Good ball movement down to Bailey Baylor. Up top to Wallen. Wallen for three, and that is good. Madigan Wallen with three. Makes it 57-13 with 6 minutes to go. And Wallen with the foul. Madigan has the look like, what? But poor Tanya Nedesov was almost tossed into the first row there. I don't think any basketball players ever thought they fouled. I will say that. So here's Parker Lessman, 57-13. Vermilion up by 44 with 5:34 to go. So again, these two teams will match up again on Tuesday here in the Birdcage. There's Parker Lessman. There she's warming up. That's her second three-pointer. She now has 6 points on the night for Parker. Parker for Parker. Here's Lexi Hansen. Over to Maya Halverson. Back to Lexi. That pass down low is stolen away. That shot is no good. Rebound to Maya Halverson. Here's Madigan Wallen back to Halverson at the top of the key. Over to Lexi Hansen on the left-hand side. Vermilion in their white uniforms with the red shoulders and red letters and numbers with black trim. Parker, and those are the varsity uniforms. We did like these. Yes. That nice blue with the white stripe and the red trim to it. Just a lot cleaner look in white numbers and letters. Just like it a lot more. That ball is out of bounds off of Vermilion. Their old ones kind of have an old Kansas University look to them, and I don't necessarily, it wasn't anything I liked. I like the use of white for the numbers and letters. I just think it's cleaner and a little crisper. Not that anybody that ever looks at me thinks I should give fashion advice. But here's Mia Wright. Over to Parker Lessman. Lessman misses that one. That'll be out of bounds off of Parker. And that'll be a timeout for Parker as well. And we'll take one as well here on ESPN Radio and Vermilion streaming on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. Vermilion leads 57-16. This timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermilion.
In a situation like this, the first thing you do, of course, is make sure everybody's okay. And then you're thinking, you better call your insurance person. No, just call Justin. At Vermilion Auto Works, you see Justin handles all the insurance claims and gives free quotes. Not everybody does the free quote thing anymore, you know. So call Justin at Vermilion Auto Works. He'll take care of the situation. Carrying WeatherTech, Rough Country, and Tuxedo. Vermilion Auto Works.
Welcome back to Tanager Basketball on ESPN Radio and Vermilion streaming on YouTube. Brought to you by First Dakota National Bank, serving their customers for over 150 years. We just came out of the Murph's Appliance timeout on Main Street in Vermilion. On the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard, 3:53 to go. Vermilion leads 57-16. Maya Halverson with three, and that is good. Maya Halverson gets into the scoring column. That makes it 60-16, a lead of 44 points for Vermilion. 3:34 to go. Like I said, these two teams will match up on Tuesday. That ball is stolen away by Mackenzie Richardson. Down to Madigan Wallen. Wallen with the turnaround jumper, up and in. Wallen with 5 points on the night. Parker Lessman brings the ball up for Parker. 62-16, a 46-point lead for Vermilion. They get it down low to Lessman, out to Wright. Wright for three, no good. Just a reminder, Vermilion boys are not playing Parker, they're playing Ponca tonight. They will play Parker next Friday, and we'll be there for all of that action. So again, in for Vermilion, it's Madigan Wallen, Maya Halverson, Lexi Hansen, Bailey Baylor, and Mackenzie Richardson. In for Parker, it's Bialis, Mara Moore, Mallory Mitzner, Maya Bayer, and Kyla Fosheim. That rebound is to Mackenzie Richardson. That's her third rebound already. Nice. All right, no good on that shot for Maya Halverson. And checking in for Vermilion will be Julisse Shaw at the next timeout. I believe that's Julisse, isn't it? It's number 3, and it looks like Julisse. So And Chandler Cleveland's going to check in with her. And that three-pointer by Bailey Baylor, no good. Rebound to Richardson, out to Lexi Hansen. Back to Baylor. Baylor for three. Oh, no! Did not make it. Off the back iron. Rebound to Mallory Mitzner. Ahead to Fosheim, no good. Rebound, Bailey Baylor. Timeout. As Julisse Shaw will check in. So Julisse Shaw checks in. We did hear from Coach Brooks that I don't think it's going to be significant time, but I think it's a matter of getting her checked in for the season. Amazing. She's an all-state player from Todd County who injured her ACL earlier this year. Maya Halverson unable to connect. Not earlier this year, before the season, in the off-season, in the summer. I think about May or June. And she is staying away from contact, so I have to think that maybe it's not, that this is just to get her out there, just to kind of get her some experience out there. They get the ball to Julisse. Julisse for three. Oh, no! Unable to connect. But she is staying out of the fray, and I think she has instructions to stay out of the fray. This is just to get her out there, just to get her some game experience so she doesn't lose an entire season. You know, in high school ball, there is no red shirt. There is no way to get that season back. So she wants a little action. And Lexi Hansen is going to foul Maya Bayer. So first personal for Lexi Hansen. Team's second. So to the line to shoot two will be Maya Bayer. She misses the first. She has 5 points on the night. And Chandler Cleveland is out there. Chandler Cleveland with the rebound. Julisse Shaw for three. Oh, unable to connect. Get the ball out to Maya Bayer. Ahead to Mara Moore, up with the layup, no good. Gets a rebound, up again, no good. Rebound to Halverson, and that will create a jump ball. That will create a jump ball, and that will stay with Parker with 14 seconds to go. Clock will run out here. 6, 4, and there's a shot by Maya Bayer, pretty much at the buzzer, and that will do it. Vermilion girls will win 62-19. And they will face this Parker team again on Tuesday in Regions. We'll be back with our First Dakota National Bank post-game/pregame show after these messages on ESPN Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM, KVTK, Vermilion Yankton, and Vermilion streaming on YouTube.
If you're looking for the perfect fit, Vermilion Vision Care Associates fits like the right pair of glasses. Vision Care Associates has its roots in family eye care, and the doctors are well known for being primary eye care providers. With the ability to treat and diagnose a variety of settings, Vermilion Vision Care Associates is the right fit for you. Plus, they can fit you into a new pair of glasses, sunglasses, or contacts that feel just right. With continuing education, see the best doctors at Vermilion Vision Care Associates.
And right now, we are back, and they are recognizing the DAC-12 champion Vermilion Tanager girls basketball team. Second year in a row, they have been the outright champions of the DAC-12. And you can see the back of the Tanager girls on the huddle camera as they are posing for their fans and family and friends as they're wearing the DAC-12 champion t-shirts. And so we wanted to make sure you guys got that on the stream. So we will be back again after these messages on ESPN Radio, 101.5, and Vermilion streaming on YouTube.
Federal Credit Union, we believe in giving back to the community that supports us. That's why our employees make it a priority to volunteer their time and talents to make a difference. Whether it's improving local causes, fighting hunger, or supporting our local zoo, our team is dedicated to making a positive impact in the lives of those around us. We're more than just a financial institution. We're a part of the community, working together to make it a better place for everyone. Your community, your credit union. Voyage Federal Credit Union.
And we are back again as we are going to recognize the seniors now. I always have ads to get in, but we want to make sure that you guys on the stream are seeing the seniors as they're being honored. So they're going to start by honoring the senior girls. So the first senior recognized is Taylor Barda, number 5. Also a runner, cross country and track. It's Taylor Barda as you see her out there walking out with her family. Bailey Baylor is the next to go out. Bailey heading out with her mom. And Chandler and Janaea Cleveland, they don't have to split their family. They're going out together with their younger sister, I believe. And so it's Chandler and Janaea getting introduced with their parents. And then here is Mackenzie Richardson getting introduced with her parents. And then this is Suzu Sugawara. And she is being accompanied by her sister. Her sister's with her for senior night. Suzu, foreign exchange student from Japan. And finally, Brooklyn Voss, who is signed to play volleyball at Briar Cliff. She is out there with her parents here on senior night. So those are the senior girls for the Vermilion Tanagers. As Coach Brooks mentioned, one of the most successful classes that this Tanager school has seen, as went 19-1 in the regular season last year, 15 wins, now 16 wins this year as they're 16-4. A great season 2 years before that took them to the Sodak 16 and almost defeating St. Thomas More, the eventual state champions. So now, introducing the boys. First up, Connor Rohrig. Connor Rohrig heading out with his family, receiving his gifts. Connor Rohrig also played football as a wide receiver. Now comes out Zone Robinson. Zone coming out with his family. Zone was just offered to play football at Dakota Wesleyan. I don't know that he's accepted it, but we did retweet that earlier today. Now Cole Tweeten coming out. Cole has been one of those players coming out with his little brother, I assume. And his bigger little brother, and his family. So Cole Tweeten, and then Marsh. Marsh is checking in now. Wyatt Morse. I'm sorry, not Marsh. I apologize. Wyatt Morse to come in. Ethan Carter checking in. So those are the Tanager boys and the Tanager girls here on senior night. So we want to thank them for all of their years with this Tanager team. Ethan Carter out there, kind of known as the hype man. You'll hear the defense chant and the clapping. That's Ethan. Ethan's out there doing his thing. And so he's contributing the way he can. And so great to see him out there. He got some action last week in the game against Wagner. Not last week, last time out, Tuesday, earlier this week. So that is our senior night. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with our post-game/pregame show right after this on ESPN Radio and Vermilion streaming on YouTube.
Your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality health care, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
If you want somebody to come into your home and fix everything right the first time, look professional, act professional, treat you with respect, you got to call Kaylin's. When they come in, I feel that they want to be there. I feel that they want to help me.
You know, they put on the little booties over their shoes. They had canvas from the garage door all the way down to walk on. They left the furnace room in the basement probably cleaner than it was when they came in.
They just do customer service very well. I would recommend Kaylin's to anyone.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in South Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the SDHSAA.
Together. They put on the little booties over the came in.
Welcome back to Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Again, the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard showed 62-19 for the Tanager girls. They were led in scoring by Brooklyn Voss, Taylor with 12, Taylor Roovers with 10, Brooke Jensen with 9, Chandler Cleveland with 8, and Casey Hansen with 8. We'll go into more detail when Coach Brooks comes up, hopefully at halftime of the boys' game. So now, let's listen to an interview we had with Coach Adam Pulaski of Ponca that we did earlier today in anticipation of this game. Here's Coach Adam Pulaski. Welcome back to our coaches conversation, and on the line we have Ponca Indian head coach Adam Pulaski. Coach, how are you doing today?
Good. I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Oh, my pleasure. It's going to be fun to see your team in action. You're 19-1 on the season. Is that correct?
Yep, we're having a great year. It's been a lot of fun so far.
Well, now, is that something you expected coming into the year?
Kind of. I mean, we were 15-10 last season, and we had, kind of 8 of our top 9 guys back. So we were kind of expecting to maybe improve on our record a little bit. But, we've had some really good wins against some tough opponents this year. So it's been a ton of fun.
Well, and, looking at it, you've had it's not a cupcake schedule, that's for sure. So that's a 19-1 record against some quality teams. You did send across some stats, and I'm looking, you do go about 8 players deep, and you have kind of 2 leading scorers that are in double digits, but that's not the whole story, because then you have somebody at 9.7, and then just around 5 points a game, you have 2 or 3 there. So it seems like you have a really well-balanced attack. Is that something you look for heading into every game?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's one of the things that makes us, pretty good. Yes, we've got a 2 leading scorers, but we've got a lot of other guys that can hit shots. So when those guys haven't been scoring, the other guys have been able to step up and, make wide open shots and score. So, yeah, it does kind of give us an advantage there where if they try to take something away, we've got other options.
Well, and just looking at your team, who are some of the leaders, and whether it's statistically or even just emotionally out there, who are some of the leaders that you lean on as a coach?
Well, I would say, it starts with Dalton Lamprecht. He's the, 2-time all-conference player for us, and he'll be first-team all-conference again this season. He's our leading scorer, but, he's got the most varsity experience, great scorer, great shooter for us. Him and, kind of all our seniors, we've got 3 seniors that come off the bench for us, but they provide good leadership, with great attitudes and great work ethic with Nolan Jansen and Ben Bodlock and Brody Taylor. They do a good job leading as well. Maybe they don't score as much, but they provide a lot of energy and great defense off the bench for us. So they're leaders as well.
All right. Well, excellent. Well, talking about your year so far, just the 1 loss, and yep. I would have to mention it. We do have an intern named Corbin who plays on the Why Not basketball team, so he'd be mad if I didn't mention that they avenged a loss. You guys have gone back and forth this season,
right?
But otherwise, really taking care of all of your competition. Now, you guys have not faced Vermilion, at least in the recent past. How do you prepare for a team that you haven't seen before on the court?
Well, yeah, you're right. We have not played them before. This is the first time playing them on the boys' side. Our girls have played them for several years now, but first time for the boys. That's one of the things with technology these days and Huddle. You can get all kinds of films on them, and almost every game is streamed, so you can go to YouTube and watch or whatever. So, we'll have quite a few films on them, and I know some of the coaches. Like we played Elk Point the other night. I talked to their coach about Vermilion and whatnot, and we expect a real tough matchup on Friday night.
Well, and it will be. It seems like 2 evenly matched teams. It should be a good matchup, boys-girls doubleheader, so there should be some good energy in the place. You guys are getting ready to, just like in South Dakota, regular season's coming to an end. Yep. Where do you see? I mean, what's the limit for your team? I mean, is a state run and maybe a state championship possible for you guys?
Well, I think that's making it to the state tournament for sure is something, we'd we'd love to accomplish. You know, we've set ourselves up pretty good where we get to host our sub district, and probably if we're, you know, can win one game there, maybe host a game district final to go to the state tournament. So we put ourselves in position. Now it's just a matter of getting the job done to get as far as where we want to go.
All right. Well, Coach, I'm looking forward to seeing your team in action. I'm from Crofton originally, so I love following the Northeast Nebraska teams, and I love seeing the success of Northeast Nebraska teams. So,
yeah.
So thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me today. Really looking forward to seeing you guys on the court, and you have yourself a great day, and travel safely when you guys are coming up. All right. Hey, thank you so much.
Hey, no problem. We'll talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.
That was Coach Adam Pulaski of the Ponca Indians, 19-1 on the season as they come in to take on the Vermilion Tanagers in what should be a really good matchup. Two well-balanced teams. Neither one has just that single scorer that you look at. They both have really well-balanced offenses. So looking forward to that. We're going to take a quick break here on ESPN Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM KVTK, and Vermilion streaming on YouTube. We'll be back after these messages from our Vermilion sportscasters.
Wanting a specialist without leaving town? We've got you covered. Our clinic offers specialists for the health and wellness of your family. From pediatricians to OBGYNs, plus primary care. You can find it all at Vermilion Medical Clinic. So much care, so close to home.
Safe means you're sort of protecting yourself. My mom and dad told me how to be safe. It's like super duper important. Hold a grown-up's hands. Put a helmet on because you might hurt your head super duper bad.
Protect their future by protecting yours with your local State Farm agent, Dick Sunday.
Welcome back to our coaches conversation, and on the line we have Coach Jay Drake of the Vermilion Tanagers. Coach, how are you doing today?
Good. Excited to get back on the court and finally back in our home gym. We haven't played a game, it seems like, for a while in our gym, so it'll be good to play a home game.
It does feel like it's been a while, and so it's going to be nice to be back there off the road, especially, you know, with some of the weather. You know, it's just nice to be able to be home. And so you're playing a team in Ponca that it's kind of a different doubleheader, you know, Parker for the girls, Ponca for the boys. Is this a team that you're familiar with at all?
No, you know, it's a new opponent for us. You know, our girls have been playing them for years now, and in recent years we had talked to them over there to try to get this to be a possible boy-girl doubleheader, and we finally had a situation going into this season where we were still looking for a game. They needed a game. The date that the girls play on before Christmas didn't work for, I think that was the night we played Boys Town, but just to be able to get both of us on each other's schedule, that was kind of the first goal here, and then maybe in future years here we can make that into a doubleheader with the girls. But, yeah, new opponent for us. Obviously, you know, when you play teams on a yearly basis, you kind of get to know them and what they have coming up and with their sub-varsity groups because you get to see them. And so it's been kind of new for us, getting some film here in the last couple of weeks. And obviously they've had a good program in the past and pretty good tradition. And their coach does a nice job over there and having another really good year this year, sitting at 19-1. And it's a good matchup for us to kind of prepare us for the postseason.
Well, it really is, and Ponca, the boys have been really solid, and it's a good test. You guys are coming off this, off a nice victory in Wagner, and kind of a nice rebound victory after the Lennox game. Let's talk about that game against Wagner a little bit. Your defense, you know, it was tight there for a little while, and then all of a sudden your defense really took control. There was this about 5 to 6 minute stretch where they almost were barely getting it across the timeline, across the center court. Was that just a planned thing, just where you made that your focus, or was that just through effort and determination?
Yeah, I think a lot of it is, one, Wagner, they have a really nice team. Coach Davies always has those guys playing hard. They're sitting at the 2 seed, and they were going into our game on Parkston's heels. as them and Parkson are kind of battling for that 1 and 2 spot in their region. And with that said, we thought in the first half, we got out to a decent start at 11-4, but the next thing you know, we give up 17 first quarter points, and it's tied at 33 at halftime. And we just felt as a coaching staff kind of challenged our guys at halftime. We didn't think the effort and probably the energy on the defensive end was where it needed to be. And, in the past, we've had success with our full court pressure to at least kind of lead to some offense, creating some offense for us. And we weren't getting at it. And it was one of those things we're either going to have to get out of it, and we've had to get out of it at times in recent games, or you come out and try to add a little more intensity on the defensive end with that and hopefully get some stuff out of it. We had a really nice third quarter, obviously, with outscoring them 24-2 and kind of broke the game open, and that puts you in a situation going to the fourth now that when you're up 22, you can kind of dictate things. And so from that standpoint, it was nice for our guys. Hopefully we saw some of that and you learn from it, that that's the type of energy and enthusiasm and intensity and effort.
Leadership really took the helm, it felt like, on Tuesday. Is that something that you expect to see from them more consistently, here towards the end, just because they do have the most experience?
Yeah, you hope situation, and obviously Connor Rohrig now, you kind of see seniors as you get into the final month of the season and with the regions and postseason play right around the corner. A little more urgency from them, and a kid like Carter Hansen, obviously he's put in a lot of time and came off the bench for us a little bit as a freshman, started all last year, and now he's played a lot of varsity basketball as he's finishing up here his third season with us. So leaning on those guys for some leadership, and like anything, this time of year, you're still trying to improve as a basketball team, and you want to be playing your best basketball. And we've got to understand that even though we're kind of getting towards the end and down to 3 regular season games left, and a couple weeks of practice here, we still have to have the mindset and the approach of getting better each day, whether it's practice and games, and putting ourselves in position where hopefully we're moving in the right direction for a couple weeks from now.
Well, and you mentioned it, only three games left in the regular season. That's when people are starting to look at seeding. And right now in Region 4A, you guys sit, in third. Is that something you try to keep an eye on? And you look at a game like Ponca, where they're 19-1, a real opportunity for some seed points?
Yeah, I think, especially as you get down towards these final couple weeks, you start to crunch numbers, not only your own, but looking at some of the other teams in our region. And, the most important thing is obviously just playing good basketball going into the postseason. But we're still in a situation where if things went right for us, we could actually still climb into that 2 seed. But things would have to be almost perfect. We'd have to do our part, and then probably need Lennox to drop a game or possibly 2. But they have 2 tough ones left, too. They have Del Rapids and Dakota Valley left, so you never know what happens in those, and we can't control that. But on the other side of things, if we don't play well down the stretch and we drop a few of our own, we could still slide to a 4 or 5. And I think more than anything this time of year, I think home court doesn't guarantee a victory in the postseason, but most people would want at least a first-round home game, and for our region, you need to be in the top 4, and so we're trying to at least stay in that area. And then, like anything, if you can get out of that first round, it's the higher seed, and if somehow we could claw our way up to the 2 seed, we put ourselves in a position where maybe we could host a second-round game as well.
All right, well, Coach, it's like a blink of an eye. It doesn't feel like it was that long ago that this season started, but like you said, 3 regular season games left. You start looking at regions, and I want to just take time to thank you for always being willing and able to carve some time out for these interviews. So thank you so much. Really appreciate it, and best of luck against Ponca.
All right, thanks a lot, Michael.
That was Coach Jay Drake of the Vermilion Tanagers here on ESPN Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM, and Vermilion streaming on YouTube. We'll be back after these messages from our Vermilion sportscasters. Coach Jay Drake was just honored with his 200th victory, for his 200th victory that happened on January 16th against EPJ. So we will be right back after this quick message on Vermilion Sportscasters and ESPN Radio.
Ready Mix and Equipment is your locally owned and operated ready mix company. The Oshkosh front discharge mixers allow for easy placement of concrete, and with the 6-wheel drive and low-range transfer case, they're nearly unstoppable. More of a do-it-yourself fan? Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment is teaming up with Clark's Rentals in Yankton, bringing you a wide range of hand tools, mini excavators, skid steers, aerial lift equipment, and more to get the job done. Choose Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment for all your concrete needs, and Clark's Rentals, your rental equipment headquarters.
Welcome back to Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher, alongside Jennifer Ashley, where they are announcing starting lineups for the Tanager matchup against the Ponca Indians. For Ponca, starting number 13, Dalton Lamprecht, averaging 15.1 points per game, 3.3 rebounds, 3.5 assists. Tucker McGill, number 21, a junior, averaging 9.7 points per game and 4.3 rebounds, 2.4 assists. Tristan Bevelheimer, junior, averaging 11.2 points per game and 4.2 rebounds. Zane Stark, a junior, averaging 5.3 points and 3 rebounds per game. And Austin Dendinger, a junior, averaging 4.9 points per game and 4.7 rebounds per game. Starting for Vermilion, the usual starting five. Connor Rohrig will be starting for Vermilion, averaging 5.6 points, 2.9 rebounds. Bryson Skogsberg, averaging 13.3 points and 5.5 rebounds. Zone Robinson, 6'1 senior, averaging 10.5 points, 4.6 rebounds, and 2.1 assists, and 1.7 steals. Carter Hansen, 12.9 points, 6.9 rebounds, 2.6 assists, and 1.5 steals. And then finally, Trey Hansen, averaging 15.8 points, 6.6 rebounds, and 3.5 assists, and 2.7 steals. Ponca is 19-1 on the season in Class C2 in Nebraska. Vermilion is 11-6 on the season, following that victory over Wagner on Tuesday. We're getting ready for some basketball here, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Jumping for Vermilion will be Carter Hansen. Jumping for Ponca will be Austin Dendinger, and Vermilion does win the toss. That ball is stolen away by Zane Stark. Ponca with the ball, with the blue uniforms, plain white numbers and letters with white trim around the bottom of the shorts and along the sides. Vermilion in their white uniforms with red lettering and black trim. Good ball movement. You wonder if the shot clock is something that it will throw off Ponca. That is off of number 23, Tucker McGill. That turnover will go to Vermilion. Since Nebraska does not have a shot clock, you do wonder if that might have an effect later on, or in this game, early on. Sorry, not later on. Connor Rohrig gets the ball into Trey Hansen. Trey gets it over to Bryson Skogsberg. Carter Hansen in the lower right corner. Trey drives in, has the ball stolen away by Zane Stark. Stark gets it ahead to Tristan Bevelheimer. Over to Stark. Good ball movement by this Ponca team. Unable to connect, and that rebound to Carter Hansen. Carter gets it into the paint, turns around, goes up with the left hand, and they're going to call a travel on Carter. So inbounding the ball will be Austin Dendinger. Gets it into Tucker McGill. McGill was a star football player for this Ponca team. That ball is knocked out of bounds off of Trey Hansen as he tapped it away from McGill. So again, inbounding the ball, number 33, Zane Stark. Now bringing it up, Dalton Lamprecht, the leading scorer on this Ponca team. Lamprecht guarded by Carter Hansen, out for three, no. Gets it over to Tucker McGill. McGill will drive in on the block, gets it back out to Zane Stark. Stark for three, no good. Rebound, Bryson Skogsberg. Still 0-0, almost 2 minutes into this game. Skogsberg has that ball knocked down. stolen away into the hands of Tristan Bevelheimer. Tucker McGill with the ball at the top of the key, guarded by Skogsberg. And here's Bevelheimer. You hear that defense chant, usually led by Ethan Carter. Here's Dalton Lamprecht from NBA land three. No good. Rebound into the hands of Carter Hansen. That's Carter's second rebound. Carter will drive in, go up, and no shot. They're saying he was fouled on the floor, and that'll be a call on Bevelheimer, I believe. Yep, Bevelheimer with his first personal, first team. Checking in, number 21, Ben Bodlak. Number 53, Nolan Jansen. And I believe number 11, Brody Taylor. Here's Zone Robinson on the right-hand side. They're going to call a foul on number 35, Austin Dendinger, holding Trey Hansen. So Austin Dendinger's first personal, second team foul of this quarter. That ball is stolen away, still 0-0, 5.5 minutes to go. Ball is handed off to Ben Bodlak. Dalton Lamprecht, guarded by Carter. Over to Nolan Jansen. Lamprecht out to Jansen. Jansen, no good. And that is going to be a foul on Zone Robinson as Austin Dendinger grabbed the rebound. Zone Robinson, that'll be his first personal. First personal, first team. Ponca will inbound the ball as they get it out to Austin Dendinger. Here's Jansen over to Dalton Lamprecht, no good. Rebound to Bryson Skogsberg. Skogsberg's second rebound of the night. That pass is no good. Kicked out of bounds. Boy, I thought that was kicked out of bounds by Ponca. And they're going to call a timeout. Vermilion, quick 30-second timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermilion. On the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard, no score. 3 minutes in. We'll be back after these messages.
Blaine Olson, owner of Blaine's Body Shop in Vermilion. I grew up here, graduated here, and now have a business here. I'm proud to serve the community that has helped me live this dream. I have top-notch equipment, the latest in training, along with a work ethic and the desire to serve you. Should you need repairs in the future, please remember Blaine's Body Shop across from Polaris on the Highway 50 bypass in Vermilion.
Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Now online at blainesbodyshop.com.
Welcome back to the Birdcage in Vermilion on the campus of Vermilion High School. Just came out of a Murph's Appliance timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermilion. No score on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. Ponca, Dalton Lamprecht with the short jumper, no good. Rebound, Carter Hansen, his third rebound of the night. According to the stat sheet, still no shots by Vermilion. There's a three-pointer by Trey Hansen. Made good on the very first one. 3-0 Vermilion. 4:42 to go here in the first quarter. As Vermilion at 11-6 is taking on Ponca at 19-1. Ponca, a Class C2 team in Nebraska. Their only loss on the season is to Wynot. And I should mention Corbin Gunther, our intern at the station, is a senior at Wynot. They are playing tonight against Laurel Concord. Carter Hansen with the steal. Carter drives in, and they're going to call a blocking foul. Blocking foul called on Dalton Lamprecht. That'll be his first personal, third team foul, and Carter Hansen will go to the line to shoot two. Carter Hansen had a 20-point night against Wagner. Gets his first point of this night. Checking back in, you have Tristan Bevelheimer, Tucker McGill. So now it's Tucker McGill and Nolan Jansen, Ben Bodlak out there. Zane Stark. And that second free throw is no good for Carter. Makes the score 4-0 Vermilion, 4:13 to go. Here's Tucker McGill, gets the ball across midcourt. Every time I say Tristan Bevelheimer, I want to say Bevelheimer Schmidt. Here's Zane Stark in the paint, gets it out to Jansen. Jansen for three! And that is good for Nolan Jansen. Makes it 4-3 in favor of Vermilion. Carter Hansen drives into the elbow. Gets it off to Landon Cerny. Cerny's in for Rohrig. Here's Bryson Skogsberg along the baseline. Kicks it out to Carter. Carter drives into the paint. Pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound into the hands of Tristan Bevelheimer. Bevelheimer gets it over to McGill. McGill gets it over to Zane Stark. And there's Bevelheimer. Rebound to Trey Hansen. There's going to be a foul called on Tucker McGill. That'll be McGill's first. That is his first personal, fourth team foul. Here's Trey Hansen bringing the ball up for Vermilion. Gets it off to Zone Robinson. 4-3, Vermilion leads. 3:11 to go here in the first quarter. Zone Robinson tripped up going into the lane. No foul called. It does appear that they're going to mainly allow the players to play. I mean, the fouls that have been called have been pretty obvious. So checking out is Ben Bodlak. Checking back in, Dalton Lamprecht. So Lamprecht, Jansen, Stark, McGill, and Bevelheimer out there for Ponca. And here is Bevelheimer. Bevelheimer over to Lamprecht. Nolan Jansen gets it down to McGill. McGill guarded by Trey. They get it down to Bevelheimer. Over to Jansen. Picked up by Cerny over there. They get it down low to Bevelheimer in the block. No good. Rebound, Carter Hansen. Hansen with his fourth rebound of the night. Averages almost 7 per game. Skogsberg over to Carter. Trey will drive in. And that ball is stolen away by Tucker McGill. And McGill is going to be fouled by Landon Cerny. That'll be Cerny's first personal. So 2:25 to go. Vermilion leads 4-3. So Tucker McGill guarded by Zone Robinson, 23 on 23. They get it down to Bevelheimer, who will drive in. And that ball is knocked out of bounds by Carter Hansen. 26 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Pretty low-scoring affair so far. Defensive battle. Here's Lamprecht, tries to get it into Bevelheimer. Bevelheimer gets it out to Stark, who gets it back to McGill. McGill will set up the offense over to Lamprecht. Guarded by Carter Hansen. Down to Bevelheimer just off the block. Kicks it up to Jansen. Here's Lamprecht for three. That is good. Dalton Lamprecht averages 15 points a game. That gives him his first 3 points. 6-4, Vermilion leads with 1:50 to go. Zone Robinson drives in, kicks it back out to Carter. Carter Hansen for three. Just off the back iron, but that'll go out of bounds off of Tucker McGill. So Vermilion will inbound the ball with a fresh 35. Vermilion trails 6-4. This is Ponca's first lead of the game. 1:41 to go. Here's Carter Hansen. Brings it around up top. Gets it off to Trey. Trey will drive in, kick it out to Zone. Zone will take a three, and that is good. Zone Robinson hits a three. 7-6. Vermilion leads with 1:24 to go in the first quarter. Nolan Jansen guarded by Carter Hansen. Jansen on Hansen, Hansen on Jansen. Here's Dalton Lamprecht, and they're going to call it out of bounds. No foul called, which is good. He just dribbled out of bounds, so that ball will go over to Vermilion. Checking in, Austin Dendinger, Brody Taylor, and Ben Bodlak. So out there now you have Bodlak, Taylor, Lamprecht, McGill, and Dendinger. Here's Carter Hansen with 1:02 to go. Here's Skogsberg. Skogsberg drives, pulls it back out. Pull-up jumper is going to be just off the mark. Rebound to Brody Taylor. 7-6, Vermilion leads. 52 seconds to go. Lamprecht with the pull-up jumper off the back iron. Rebound, Bryson Skogsberg. Skogsberg's shooting has not been there for the last few weeks, but he's really upped his rebound game. And there's Skogberg with the short jumper, no good, into the hands of Brody Taylor. Taylor gets it ahead to Dendinger. Dendinger up and in. Dendinger with 2 points, makes it 8-7, 25 seconds to go. Here's Zone Robinson, over to Trey Hansen. Vermillion will play for the final shot. With 14 seconds, 13, 12, as they continue down. They're taking their time to really start. Here's Trey Hansen. He'll drive in off the block. No good. Rebound to Carter. Turnaround jumper, and that will not make the mark. After 1 quarter of play, Vermillion trails 8-7. We'll be back after this Murph's Appliance timeout and the second quarter on ESPN Radio and Vermillion streaming on YouTube.
Need a new set of tires? Look to Carlson's Body Shop in Beersford. How about some accessories like WeatherTech floor mats, access roll-up truck covers, bed liners, remote car starters, and thousands of other products. Hey, you can look at everything at your convenience online too at carlsonsbodyshop.com. No wonder the song says,
Bring it down to Carlson's Body Shop, your complete car care center.
Clay County Abstract and Title Company has a complex job that boils down to something very simple: helping you purchase your dream with confidence. When investing in a new home, a new site for your business, or piece of property, you want peace of mind that the property is truly yours. Clay County Abstract and Title Company has been doing just that since 1946. Clay County Abstract and Title Company, proud supporters of Vermillion activities and proud to be a part of your dreams come true.
We're back for the second quarter. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley on ESPN Radio and Vermillion streaming. Ponca will inbound the ball, leading 8-7 on the Murph's Appliance scoreboard. You're listening to Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Here's Nolan Zane Stark, gets it over to Tucker McGill. McGill, guarded by Zone Robinson. 22 seconds on the shot clock. Gets it over down to Austin Dendinger. Stark, pull-up jumper in the paint, no good. Rebound, Trey Hansen. Trey gets it out to Zone. 7.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. That is tapped away by Bevelheimer. And they're going to call a foul on Trey. That'll be Trey's first personal, first team of the quarter. So Stark inbounds the ball to Bevelheimer. Over to Dendinger. Here's Lamprecht, the leading scorer for this team. Averages about 15 points per game. It's over to Dendinger. Ponca with good ball movement. Gets the ball around the top of the key. To Dalton Lamprecht, picked up there by Carter Hansen. Long shot for Dalton Lamprecht, and that is a three-pointer. That gives him 6 points on the night. Biggest lead for Ponca at 4. Here's Carter Hansen over to Bryson. Skogsberg for 3. Off the iron, no good. Rebound into the hands of Austin Dendinger. Lamprecht for 3, and that is good. Gives him 9. Makes it 14-7. A run of 6 right now for this Ponca team in this quarter. Here's Connor Rohrig. Rohrig over to Trey. Trey will drive in, kick it out to Skogsberg. Skogsberg for 3, and that is good. Bryson Skogsberg answers, makes it 14-10. 6:15 to go here in the second quarter. Lamprecht guarded by Carter. Here's Tucker McGill out the top of the key, picked up by Zone. Austin Denninger thought about the 3. Lamprecht will drive. And they're going to call a foul on the floor. They're going to call that on Carter Hansen, I believe. Carter's first personal, second team foul of the quarter. Lamprecht for 3, and that is good. You're not going to be able to let him get loose. This is what killed the girls in Wagner, was Lexi Yost. 17-10, 5:44 to go here in the second quarter. Bryson Skogsberg for three, no good. Rebound into the hands of Carter Hansen. Hansen goes up and good, and he will go to the line to shoot the old-fashioned three-point play. Checking in, Nolan Jansen, Ben Bodlak, and Brody Taylor. Checking out, Zane Stark, Tucker McGill, and Tristan Bevelheimer. Free throw for Carter is up and good. Gives him 4 points on the night. Makes it 17-13. Vermillion looking for a stop. 5:33 to go. Dalton Lamprecht gets it over to Jansen. Back into the hands of Lamprecht. And Zone Robinson with the steal. He'll go coast to coast, and he'll go up with the right hand, and good. Reverse layup for Zone Robinson on the steal. Makes it a 2-point game, 17-15, 5:06 to go. Here's Lamprecht. And that ball's stolen by Zone Robinson. He'll go in, and he's going to be fouled by Brody Taylor on the shot. Brody Taylor, that'll be his first personal. And that is the second team foul of the quarter. So Zone Robinson goes to the line looking to tie the game up. Zone Robinson. First free throw is up and good for Zone. Zone finally has his average over 10 points. After the first game of the season, he had struggled a little bit, but he's been slowly getting it back up there. And his free throw shooting is a big part of that. And his second free throw is up off the front iron. 17-16. Vermillion has cut into that lead. Cole Tweeten looking to check in. And here's Nolan Jansen, gets it out to Lamprecht. Lamprecht out to Jansen. Back up to Austin Dendinger for three. Short off the front iron, rebound by Trey Hansen. Trey gets it off to Rorig, over to Skogsberg. Trey picks up his dribble off to Carter. Carter will drive in, kick it over to Rorig. Rorig, spin move up and in, and Vermillion is back in the lead. Connor Rorig in. Now 18-17, Vermillion with the lead halfway through this first quarter, or second quarter. And timeout to Ponca. So we're taking a timeout as well here on ESPN Radio and Vermillion streaming on YouTube. This timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion. On the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard, 18-17, Vermillion leads.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new home for your family, you want to sell your existing home, or you're a student looking to rent an apartment, Dakota Realty and Property Management can fit your needs. Being locally owned and with over 150 years of combined experience, they are the experts at helping you find your new home. Go to Dakota Realty and Property Management because they like what they do. Dakota Realty is a proud supporter of Vermillion Athletics. Dakota Realty and Property Management, located at 125 East Cherry Street, Vermillion.
Welcome back to Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank, serving their customers for over 150 years. That timeout was brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion. With 4:02 to go here in the second quarter, Vermillion has just retaken the lead, 18-17 over Ponca. Ponca with the ball. Dylan Lamprecht, long NBA three off the back iron, rebound. Connor Rorig. Trey Hansen over to Zone. Zone tried to pass it to Connor. Connor was moving, but Trey Hansen picks it up. Connor Rorig on the block, gets it back out to Trey Hansen. Trey Hansen with a pass. Just some sloppy passing on that possession. So checking out is Brody Taylor and Dalton Lamprecht. Checking in, you have Tucker McGill, Zane Stark to go with Ben Bodlak, Nolan Jansen, and Tristan Bevelheimer Schmidt. Here's Nolan Jansen. That ball stolen away by Carter Hansen. Pass ahead to Zone Robinson up with the left hand, and good. Zone Robinson with the score. Carter Hansen with the steal and the assist. 20-17. Vermilion with a 3-point lead. Here's Bevelheimer, drives in, up with the right hand, no good. Rebound, nobody. And that's going to be a jump ball this time. And that'll favor Vermilion. So Trey Hansen creates the jump ball. Vermilion looking to extend that lead as Austin Dendinger checks in, Nolan Jansen checks out. I wonder if younger kids know the John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. So I'm talking to my older crowd when I'm saying Tristan Bevelheimer. Hey, Tristan Bevelheimer Schmidt. There's a pass down to Tweeten, down on the block. And that is blocked. Out of bounds, off of Tweeten. I think Cole kind of thought he might have been fouled. A lot of contact. Nothing called. Like we said, they're allowing them to play. It seems pretty even on both ends. But I would not have argued with the foul call there either. So here's Tucker McGill down to Austin Dendinger. Down low to Zane Stark, no good. Rebound, Carter Hansen. That is his 6th rebound of the night. Pass into Trey, into the paint. Bryson Skogsberg for 3. No, off the iron. Rebound into Austin Dendinger. Stolen away by Zone. Down to Carter Hansen underneath. Carter now with 6 points. Zone Robinson repeats the steal and assist that Carter just gave to him. 22-17, 2:05 to go here in the second quarter. Here's Zane Stark. Stark has it knocked out of bounds by Carter Hansen. Dalton Lamprecht to check in. Checking out will be Ben Bodlak. Minute 59 to go. Here on the Murphs Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard, 22-17. Vermilion leads with a minute 59 to go here in the second quarter. Zane Stark with the goggles. The goggles are distinctive, and I like them. And here's Tucker McGill driving in on the block, unable to get anything. Gets it out to Bevelheimer for 3. No good. Rebound, Trey Hansen. And that foul is going to be on Zane Stark. That's his 2nd foul. Team's 3rd. So Carter Hansen will inbound the ball. For Vermilion, Carter, Trey, Zone, Cole, and Bryson. For Ponca, you have Lamprecht, Dendinger, Ben Bodlak, along with Tucker McGill and Bevelheimer. Trey Hansen with the floater up and in for Trey Hansen. Hansen now has 5 points on the night. Leading scorer right now for Vermilion is Zone Robinson with 8. And Bryson Skogsberg rips down his 4th rebound. Layup by Trey Hansen gives him 7 points on the night, 26-17. Vermilion has turned it around. It was a 7-point lead at one point. It was 14-10. Vermilion has outscored him 16-3 since after the opening few minutes of this second quarter. So Tucker McGill, guarded by Carter Hansen. Tucker McGill drives into the lane, short little jumper up and no good. Rebound, Austin Dendinger, no good. Rebound, Cole Tweeten rips it down. Gets it out to Bryson Skogsberg, and they will play for the final shot. 30 seconds on the game clock here in the second quarter. Vermilion plays for the final shot, leading 26-17 on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. For all of your concrete needs, call Midwest Ready Mix. Skogsberg gets it off to Hansen. 15 seconds to go. And that ball is knocked out of his hands by Austin Dendinger. And Trey Hansen fouls on the recovery. 11.8 seconds remaining. That'll be Trey's 2nd personal. So Connor Rourke to check in. Trey Hansen to check out. Wanting to save him from getting a 3rd foul before the quarter ends. So Carter, Zone, Connor, Bryson, and Cole out there for Vermilion. Ponca has Tucker McGill, Austin Dendinger, Tristan Bevelheimer, Dalton Lamprecht, and Ben Bodlak. They get it into McGill. McGill picked up there by Skogsberg. 8 seconds to go. Lamprecht out by the logo. See if he'll Caitlin Clark it, and he does. No good. Off the back iron, out of bounds with 0.4 of a second remaining. That will stay with Ponca. 4/10 of a second for them to try to get a score here. Dalton Lamprecht will inbound the ball. 0.4 seconds, 26-17. Vermilion leads by 9 here in the second quarter. And they inbound the ball to Dendinger, and they said no. They said it was not off in time, and that's the way the second quarter will end. Vermilion leads 26-17. We'll be back with our Carlson's Body Shop halftime show after these messages on ESPN Radio and Vermilion streaming on YouTube.
The first bank in South Dakota was the easy part, earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home. The first bank in South Dakota was the easy part, earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home.
Welcome back to our Carlson's Body Shop halftime show. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley, and we have Coach John Brooks with us. Coach, how you doing?
Good. I think overall it's a good night. Obviously got a nice win and got everybody playing time. Julie's got to see the floor and got our seniors a great win, and we're able to celebrate our DAC 12 conference championship a little bit, and then honor our seniors. So overall, like I said, it's a good night for us.
Just really was a great way to cap off a really good season. The girls looked good out there. I mean, I'm sure there are things that you'd say, hey, we could improve upon this. You almost always like to have that, those coachable moments. But boy, they looked good out there, played well as a team. And Parker just had their struggles out there. And Parker Lessman, we saw what she could do last year, so we know she's better from the outside than she showed tonight.
Yeah, I liked our balance scoring again offensively. I thought, we moved the ball well against their zone and did some good things there. And honestly, I thought Parker missed. It's kind of what we taught our girls. We're going to play again on Tuesdays. I thought Parker missed some shots inside and really that they normally make. And we probably got bailed out a little bit there. So, like you said, always some things to clean up, but happy with the win, happy to close out the regular season, and now it's on to season number 2.
It really is. One more thing about this game, though, was it planned to get Julisse in there just to get her to see the court?
She tried talking me into it yesterday, and I said, we got to talk to Amy Richardson, our trainer, and figure some things out here. And then we kind of discussed it before the game and said if there was an opportunity that we'd get her in there. And she got a couple shots up first, what we thought was in and out, but I know she was excited to get out there.
Well, and you can see, you could tell she was just staying away from the action. It's like, no, we're not going to risk anything. It's just fun to be out here for now.
Yeah, well, I told her she's not allowed to go inside the three-point line. You're not allowed to get around any other person, basically. Stay safe out there.
And she followed instructions, so that was great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yes, a great way to close it. And like you said, this will be the team you face on Tuesday, right back here in the Birdcage. In a decisive victory like this, you guys played well. You come back and you play them again on Tuesday. What do you do between now and then with the weekend and Monday? What as a coach, what's your mindset?
A lot of it's just kind of staying in the groove of things, to tell you the truth. We're going to try to get in on Sunday and just get some shots up, and then Monday we'll run our normal practice to get ready and make some adjustments from tonight's game. So, it's that point of the season. I know that we won big tonight, but Tuesday's a new day. It's a new game, and whoever wins that game gets to move on, and that's the approach that we're taking.
Well, like you said, there were some shots that I really thought were going to go in. Right there, little bunnies that rolled out somehow. You're just like, okay. All of a sudden, when you get that far behind, then you just start playing differently. So all of a sudden, if those hit, you just wonder if it's a little bit of a different game.
Yeah, and that's exactly right. It's if they get some of their shots to go early, and especially once region time comes around. There's always a little bit of added pressure and all those types of things. So we just got to settle our girls down. And luckily we have a veteran group. These girls have been through a lot of big games over the years. And back at our home court, I think our girls will be ready to go.
All right. Well, Coach, yeah, season 2 starts now, and so we'll be back at it Tuesday. I did want to thank you. The girls gave us some gifts, the senior girls, so we want to thank them because that's unexpected but much appreciated.
Yeah, they. I say when I went down there, they had a lot of gifts. They're handing them out. So yeah, we got a great senior group. Obviously, great parents with that group. So we're happy to send them off with a regular season win, and hopefully we can get a couple more wins for them on our home court next week.
And exactly, it'd be great to get them a couple more. You'll be here at the Birdcage. You guys are the top seed in the region, so you win. You come back here again on Thursday.
That's right. So hopefully we have a great crowd here tonight, and hopefully we can get a couple more great crowds next week.
All right. Well, Coach, thank you so much again. As always, thank you for coming up and talking with us. We really appreciate it, and we'll talk to you again before Tuesday.
All right. Thanks a lot, Mike.
Hey, thanks a lot. That is Coach John Brooks of the Vermilion Lady Tanagers here on our Carlson's Body Shop halftime show. Again, the the Tanager girls are victorious, and they are the top seed in Region 4. They will play Parker again on Tuesday. I don't know the time. I'm assuming probably 7. A lot of single headers have been at 7. So we will make that assumption. But a nice victory for the Tanagers tonight. Do you have a score update on the T area and EPJ before we throw it to commercial real quick? She doesn't. We'll have it when we come back. We're going to take a quick break here on our Carlson's Body Shop halftime show. We'll take a look around the state, brought to you by Vermilion Medical Clinic, when we come back on ESPN Radio and Vermilion streaming on YouTube.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too. For future employment, no experience necessary, we will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
Interior technicians.
I'm ready for my big role, Jerry.
What do you mean?
You said I'd be in your next 30 commercials.
No. I said Intech has over 30 years of commercial cleaning experience. You know, like offices, so they can ensure happy visitors and a healthy workforce.
So the shoot's in an office? I can make that work.
Oh my goodness. When you need it clean, call the Intech team.
Knutson Family Dentistry in Vermilion, they strive to provide the highest quality patient-centered dental care in a friendly, relaxing atmosphere. Knutson Family Dentistry works hard to provide the best cosmetic, general, and emergency dental treatment in the area. With over 50 years of combined dental experience, the latest dental technology, and a professional and compassionate staff, they're your top choice for dental care. Call for an appointment at 605-857-8008. Knutson Family Dentistry of Vermilion.
The wait when your furnace and AC needs repair by joining Larry's Heating and Cooling, Comfort Care, and Elite Care Club. Larry's Comfort Care Club features seasonal maintenance discounts on service and no overtime charges. Larry's Elite Club includes seasonal maintenance, free parts, free labor, free service calls, and both mean you are in front of the line for service. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling and sign up for the Comfort Care or Elite Care Club. Larry's Heating and Cooling, Yankton and Vermilion.
Welcome back to Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank, and this is the Carlson's Body Shop halftime show. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley. In that first half, Vermilion was led in scoring by Zone Robinson with 8, Trey Hansen with 7, Carter Hansen with 6, Bryson Skogsberg with 3, and Connor Rohrig with 2. To go with his 6 points, Carter Hansen is leading the way with 6 rebounds, 4 rebounds each for Bryson Skogsberg and Trey Hansen. Zone Robinson and Carter Hansen both have 2 steals. So just a good all-around game. For Ponca, their leading scorer is Dylan Lamprecht on the back of 4 three-pointers. He has 12 points, along with Nolan Jansen, who has 3. 12 points for Dylan Lamprecht, 3 points for Nolan Jansen, and 2 for Austin Dendinger. We want to take a look around the state. Looking at Region 4, it is going to end up being Vermilion in the top spot. I believe T area in second, Elk Point Jefferson in third, Lennox in fourth, Dakota Valley in fifth, Beersford, Canton, and Parker. So Vermilion will play Parker on Tuesday. T area will play Canton, EPJ will play Beersford, and Lennox will play Dakota Valley. The winners of those will then move on, and Vermilion, if they're a winner, will host the lowest seeded ones. And so it should, if everything goes according to chalk, Vermilion should play either Lennox or Dakota Valley, and then Elk Point Jefferson will face T area. So should be good matchups. Vermilion will have 2 home games, again, if they beat Parker on Tuesday. So that is a look around Region 4 in Class A girls. In Class A boys, Vermilion is in third. Vermilion is in third. And is that the boys' action? Mm-hmm. And okay, so Del Rapids just beat Lennox tonight. And so if Vermilion wins tonight, they should get enough seed points that they should move into second. Now, there are games yet to be played, but we will see. So we are heading into the third quarter here. Vermilion leads 26-17. That was our Carlson's Body Shop halftime show. Brought to you by Carlson's Body Shop out of Beersford, your complete car care center since 1956. For Ponca, their original starting 5, Dendinger, Lamprecht, Bevelheimer, McGill, and Zane Stark. Dylan Lamprecht called for a travel. That turnover will give it back to Vermilion with 7:49 to go here in the third quarter. Same starting 5 for Vermilion as well. Here's Connor Rohrig over to Skogsberg. Skogsberg will drive in. Little floater up with the left hand, no good. Rebound to Ponca. Here's McGill. McGill drives in, kicks it over to Bevelheimer. Bevelheimer up, and they're going to call a foul on Carter Hansen. Carter seems a little nonplussed, and I don't disagree with him. That is Carter's second. That's the first real call that I've disagreed with. I don't know. I thought that was a little ticky-tack, but Bevelheimer goes to the line to shoot a free throw, no good. So the score is 26-19. Carter Hansen with the rebound off the missed free throw. That's his 7th of the night. And here's Carter Hansen, guarded by Lamprecht, over to Rohrig. Bryson Skogsberg drives in, spin move, turnaround jumper, up and in. For Bryson Skogsberg, gives him 5 points on the night, makes it 28-19. 7:05 to go here in the third quarter. Bevelheimer with the ball, gets it back out to McGill. McGill at the top of the key, gets it over to Lamprecht. So again, we want to thank the seniors and the senior girls for the gifts. It looks like a big hunk of chocolate and some Gatorade. It's like, yeah, it's exactly what I need, actually. Bryson Skogsberg with the rebound off the miss by McGill. Skogsberg's 5th rebound. Trey Hansen kicks it out to Carter. Carter for 3. Oh, no good. Rebound by Lamprecht. Lamprecht pulls up, jumper at the free throw line. That is good. Lamprecht with 14 points leads all scorers. Makes the score 28-21. Here's Skogsberg over to Hansen. Skogsberg for 3, and that is good. Bryson Skogsberg now has 8 points on the night. Back to a 10-point lead for Vermilion. I believe that's the biggest lead of the night for the Tanagers. Lamprecht gets it down to Dendinger. Dendinger up and in. Dendinger with an easy 2. Makes it 31-23. Leads back down to 8 for Vermilion. Carter Hansen gets it to Rohrig, who will drive in, kick it over to zone. No, stolen away by Lamprecht. Bad pass by Connor. Lamprecht goes up, misses, but that is rebounded by McGill. That lead is down to 6, 5:36 to go. Skogsberg drives in, and they're going to call a foul on the floor. Skogsberg is fouled on the floor. We'll see who the foul is on. That foul is on Tucker McGill. That is his 2nd personal. Here's Zone Robinson into the paint. Spin move, turnaround jumper, up, and they're going to call a travel there. So 31-25, 5:25 to go here in the third quarter on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. You're listening to Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Here's Tucker McGill, short jumper up and no good. Rebound, Bryson Skogsberg, his 6th rebound of the night. And no foul called there, and Skogsberg looks justifiably irritated that there was no foul called there. And they're going to... Zane Stark goes into the lane, and they're going to call a blocking foul on Connor Rorig, his first personal. Stark will go to line to shoot one. Timeout called by Coach Jay Drake. We'll take a quick timeout as well on ESPN Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM. This timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermilion.
You are self-motivated, accountable, and eager to learn new skills. We'd love to talk to you about a rock star career. Masaba in Vermilion is hiring full and part-time manufacturing positions for the rock industry. Masaba provides comprehensive training in a clean, safe, and state-of-the-art facility. Masaba offers competitive wages, a fun and interesting work environment and culture. Join our team of rock stars. Visit masabainc.com to learn more.
Welcome back to Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank, celebrating 150 years in business with ag, personal, and business lending. 31-27 on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. And that timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance. 4:56 remaining in the third quarter. Vermilion leads 31-27. Zane Stark at the line to shoot a free throw, and he does make it. Makes the score 31-28, 4:52 to go. Here's Skogsberg over to Rorig. Trey Hansen will drive in, and they're going to call a foul there on Austin Dendinger. Dendinger, that'll be his second personal, second team. It's almost like the officials had a meeting that they decided we need to call it really tight now, even though we were really loosey-goosey in the first half. Here's an inbound pass to Carter, down low, up and in. So Trey Hansen with the assist. Carter Hansen now has 8 points on the night. Gets that lead back out to 5 for Vermilion. Here's Tucker McGill. Guarded by Zone Robinson. Gets it over to Bevelheimer. Dalton Lamprecht for 3, and that is good. Dalton Lamprecht with his 5th three-pointer. Gets it down to 33-31. Trey Hansen drives in, kicks it out to Carter. Carter goes in, no foul called, but Carter gets his own rebound. Here's Trey, over to Carter. Carter drives in, pull-up jumper off the back glass, and good. Carter Hansen, first Tanager in double digits, now has 10, 35-31. Vermilion with the lead. That ball into Austin Dendinger, down low to Zane Stark, and that's easy two for Zane. 35-33, 33-45 to go in the third quarter. Cole Tweeten to check in. Here's Connor Rorig over to Skogsberg. Zone Robinson, guarded by Lamprecht. Skogsberg, back to Zone. Zone for 3! Yes! Zone Robinson with a three-pointer. Gives him 11 points on the night. Carter and Zone, as we talked about with Coach Jay Drake, they're kind of the senior or the experienced leadership, and they're stepping up tonight. 11 points for Zone, 10 for Carter. Vermilion back to a 5-point lead, 38-33. Tucker McGill. Here's the 3 for Zane Stark. No good. Rebound, Bryson Skogsberg. That is Skogsberg's 7th rebound of the night. Here's Zone Robinson, drives in, goes up with the right hand, fouled on the floor. We'll see who they call it on. Is it on Dalton Lamprecht with his second personal, third team? Cole Tweeten checks in. Nolan Jansen checks in. Austin Dendinger and Connor Rorig check out. Also checking in, Ben Bodlak. Just like saying Bodlak. Checks in for Zane Stark. Bryson Skogsberg to inbound the ball. Gets it up top to Carter Hansen. Carter Hansen on the other side of the mid-court line. Picks up his dribble, gets it over to Zone. 38-33, Vermilion leads. 2:45 to go Three-point attempt for Bryson Skogsberg, but Ponca knocks the rebound attempt out of bounds. Zone Robinson on the inbounds pass for three, and that is good. Zone Robinson. 14 points for Zone now. 2:28 to go. Vermilion back to an 8-point lead. Tucker McGill, and they're going to call. They're calling a blocking foul on Carter Hansen. It's Carter Hansen's third personal, team's third. And that, honestly, that didn't look like it was worthy of a foul call either way. Landon Cerny's checking in for Carter Hansen. They'll probably try to keep him out for the rest of the quarter if possible. So Ponca to inbound the ball. Here's Bevelheimer over to Bodlak. Here's Dalton Lamprecht. 2:20 to go here in the third quarter. Gets it out to Nolan Jansen. Over to Bodlak. Tucker McGill drives in. Gets it over to Bevelheimer. Up and in for Bevelheimer. 41-35. 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Vermilion leads. Carter Hansen out with 3 fouls right now. Zone Robinson drives in to the elbow. Kicks it over to Landon Cerny. Hansen to Zone. Zone for 3. That'll be short. Rebound Trey Hansen, though. Hansen back up. Hansen now has 9 points on the night. 43-35. Back to an 8-point lead. And they're going to call a travel on Bevelheimer. I thought they were going to call a foul. I'm like, oh, dudes, come on. So, nope, 43-35. Lamprecht checks out. Brody Taylor checks in. So it's Brody Taylor, Nolan Jansen, Tucker McGill, Austin Dendinger, and Ben Bodlak for Ponca. For Vermilion, it's Landon Cerny, Cole Tweeten, Zone Robinson, Bryson Skogsberg, and Trey Hansen. Minute 26 to go here in the third quarter. Skogsberg pull-up jumper, just off. No good. Rebound by Austin Dendinger. Ponca fans feel like there's a travel every time. Here's Tucker McGill into the paint. That is knocked away by Cole Tweeten. I don't know, is that a steal by Cole, a block by Cole? But it's something by Cole. Minute 5 to go. Vermilion up by 8. They came into this quarter leading by 9. So Trey Hansen gets it into Cerny. Cerny with the lay-in. Nice movement there by Vermilion. Vermilion now with a 10-point lead. Again, back to their biggest lead of the game. This is Bodlak, caught down low in the paint, stolen away by Trey Hansen. Trey gets it ahead to Zone. Zone up and no good, but fouled. And so Zone will go to the line to shoot 2. I believe that's going to be on Austin Dendinger, and that will be his third. Nope, 23 on Tucker McGill. That is his third. So team's fourth, Zone Robinson goes to the line to shoot 2. First free throw for Zone is up and good. Zone Robinson now with 15 points on the night. Tweeten comes out. Rohrig comes in. McGill and Jansen come out. So it's now Austin Dendinger, Bevelheimer, Lamprecht, Bodlak, and Taylor for Ponca. Zone's unable to hit the second. Vermilion is up at 11, but Zone does get the steal. Unable to connect, though, with 26 seconds to go. Ponca with the ball. They will play for the final shot, I believe. 46-35. A lot of up and down action. Ponca got it within 3 or 2 at some point. That ball is knocked away by Landon Cerny. 9 seconds to go. Lamprecht for a long 3, and that is good for Dalton Lamprecht. Cuts it down to an 8-point lead. 2 seconds to go. Skogsberg with the long 3-point attempt off the front iron. So after 3, Vermilion 46, Ponca 38. We'll take a timeout. Brought to you by Murph's Appliance on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. 46-38, Vermilion leads.
Nice.
Maytag appreciates a compliment,
But this Maytag washer isn't just eye candy.
Wow.
Inside, it's got the capacity and power to handle even the mightiest loads.
I love this.
Yeah, she's a beaut.
It's a he.
How do you know?
Don't worry about it.
Find Maytag products and the industry's best appliances at your local dealer. Murph's Appliance, downtown Vermilion.
Pied Piper Flowers and Gifts, your floral and gift store on the corner of 15th and Broadway. We have what you need this holiday season. The freshest flowers and plants, home decor, candles, games, puzzles, socks, a great foodie corner, and of course beautiful jewelry, because we love things that sparkle. Be sure to stop by and see all that we have. It will surprise you. Shop local, shop Pied Piper Flowers and Gifts, your floral and gift store.
Welcome back to the Birdcage in Vermilion, where the Vermilion Tanagers lead after 3 quarters, 46-38. Vermilion starts with possession. Connor Rourke for 3, no good. Rebound into the hands of Trey Hansen. Zone Robinson will travel. So that will turn it back over to Ponca. So after all of that, in that third quarter, Ponca outscored Vermilion by 1. So Tucker McGill, Austin Dendinger, Zane Stark, Dalton Lamprecht, and Tristan Bevelheimer out there for Ponca. That shot no good. Rebound by Bryson Skogsberg. That is his 8th rebound of the night. To go with 8 points. Zone Robinson on the right side gets it over to Skogsberg. Carter Hansen back in there. Trey Hansen goes up with the right hand. No good, but he is fouled by Austin Dendinger, and that'll be Dendinger's 3rd personal foul. So the senior girls that bought the Gatorade Zero, thank you, because I was getting parched. So this is coming in very handy already. So Trey Hansen hits the first free throw. Makes it 47-38. This to make the double-digit lead again, and that is good. Trey Hansen with 11 points on the night. 3rd Tanager in double figures. 10-point lead for Vermilion with 7:11 to go in the 4th quarter. Here's Zane Stark over to Bevelheimer. Tucker McGill has the ball. They're going to call a foul on Zone Robinson. That is his 2nd personal. A holding foul. 1st team foul of the quarter. 7:03 to go. Vermilion leads 48-38. They get the ball out to Zane Stark. Stark at the elbow. Kicks it back out to McGill. McGill will drive in. Put his shoulder down, up and in for Tucker McGill. 6:50 to go. Vermilion leads by 8, 48-40 on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. This is Tanager basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Skogsberg drives from the left-hand side, gets it over to Trey Hansen. Down low to Connor Rohrig. Rohrig drives in, little floater, up and no good. And nobody in rebound position, unfortunately. Rebound to Ponca. Austin Dendinger puts it up, no good. Behind the back pass from Lamprecht was fancy, but led to nothing. Carter Hansen with his 8th rebound of the night. 8-point lead for Vermilion. 3-point attempt by Bryson Skogsberg, no good. Rebound, Austin Dendinger. Here's Dalton Lamprecht, drives in, pull-up jumper from the free throw line, no good. Rebound into the hands of McGill. McGill traveled, but not called. Bryson Skogsberg is fouled after getting the rebound. That'll be on Dendinger, I believe. That'll be his 4th. Yep, that is Dendinger's 4th personal. 3rd, team 2nd of the quarter. Checking in, Nolan Jansen. Checking out, Austin Dendinger. So Vermilion leads 48-40. 5:59 to go here in the 4th quarter. Again, Del Rapids beat Lennox earlier tonight. If Vermilion can get this victory over a 19-1, which would then be a 19-2 team, it would be prime seed points for this Tanager team. Trey Hansen possibly fouled, but was able to bull through and get the layup. Back to a 10-point lead for Vermilion. Trey Hansen now with 13 points on the night. Here's Nolan Jansen for three. No good. Rebound Carter Hansen on the miss by Jansen. 9th rebound for Carter. That'll be out of bounds off of Ponca. They will inbound along the baseline. Vermilion looking to get their biggest lead of the night. 5:25 to go in the fourth quarter. Again, I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley. You're listening to ESPN Radio and Vermilion streaming on YouTube. Trey Hansen gets it down to Connor Rohrig. Rohrig up with the right hand. And Rohrig now has 4 points, and there's a timeout taken by Ponca. We'll take one as well. This timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in downtown Vermilion. Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard reads 52-40 Vermilion with 5:18 to go.
Your crew is craving Pizza Ranch? It's easy to order online at pizzaranch.com. Online ordering makes it fast and easy to order craveable crispy ranch chicken or build your favorite pizza exactly how you like it. And now, for even more convenience, place your favorite order with just one tap. So when you're craving pizza or the country's best chicken, go to pizzaranch.com and start your order. For craveable food and convenient online ordering, there's so much to love at Pizza Ranch.
The Perks card from Pump and Pack? Well, guess what? There's an addition, not just a card, it's an app. The Pump and Perks app and the Pump and Perks card from Pump and Pack, Vermilion. Just go to their Facebook page, Pump and Pack, and scan the QR code and you're in. Or go to the store, Pump Vermilion.
Welcome back to Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank, coming out of the Murph's Appliance timeout. 5:12 to go. Vermilion leads 52-40. Tristan Bevelheimer at the top of the key. Vermilion with their biggest lead of the night. Bevelheimer traveled. And that ball will go back to Vermilion. Some great nights rebounding here tonight as well. Vermilion, 8 rebounds for Bryson Skogsberg to go with his 8 points, or 9 rebounds for Bryson. 9 rebounds for Carter Hansen to go with his 10 points. Zone Robinson has 15 points. Trey Hansen with 13 and 6 rebounds. So just a great night altogether. And that is off of Connor Rohrig, out of bounds. Zane Stark will inbound the ball to Tucker McGill. McGill will bring the ball up. It's Nolan Jansen, Tucker McGill, Zane Stark, Tristan Bevelheimer, and Dalton Lamprecht out there for Ponca. Lamprecht with a long three-point attempt, and that is good. That is his 7th three-pointer of the night. He gives him 23 points on the evening. He averages 15.2. That's down to a 9-point lead for Vermilion. Here's Rohrig. Rohrig will drive in, go up the right hand, and he is going to be fouled by Lamprecht, I believe. That'll be Lamprecht's 3rd personal. So that foul is going to be called on actually number 23, Tucker McGill. That'll be McGill's 4th. 3rd team, and Rohrig will go to the line to shoot 2. First free throw for Connor, up and good. Makes the lead 53-43. Jansen checks out. Austin Dendinger checks in. Dendinger and McGill both have 4 fouls for this Ponca team. Discussion being had here. Not quite sure what the officials are deciding, but so I was right. It was Dalton Lamprecht. So it's number 13, not number 23. So Dalton Lamprecht has 3, and Austin Dendinger has, or no, Jesus. Tucker McGill has 3. Connor Rohrig hits the 2nd as well to give him 6 points on the night. Back to an 11-point lead for Vermilion. Biggest lead has been 12. And here is Austin Dendinger with the ball, drives in, pulls it back out. Long 3 for Dalton Lamprecht. Air ball into the hands of Carter Hansen. That is his 10th rebound of the night. If you're watching on the Vermilion streaming, please message us, leave a comment with who you think should be the player of the game. 6th player of the game. Right now, like I said, Carter Hansen, 10 points, 10 rebounds. Double-double tonight for Carter. Skogsberg with 8 points and 9 rebounds. Zone Robinson with 15 points. Trey Hansen with 13 points and 6 rebounds. Who do you think should be player of the game for the Tanagers? All right. Trey Hansen to inbound the ball. Vermilion up by 11, 54-43. They get it out to Zone Robinson. Zone gets it over to Carter. 4 minutes to go in the game. Connor Rohrig for 3. No. Rebound, Tristan Bevelheimer. Schmidt gets it over to Dalton Lamprecht. Lamprecht drives in, kicks it over to Zane Stark. Here's Bevelheimer on the block with the layup. No, off the front iron. Rebound, Bryson Skogsberg with his 10th rebound. Trey Hansen thought about the long 3, gets it over to Connor Rohrig. Rohrig over to Zone. Zone for 3. No, and that'll go out of bounds off the back of the backboard. The top of the backboard, I should say. And 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Vermilion up by 11. If they just play some smart ball, they should walk away with a victory, which would be great for their seed points. So here's Tucker McGill. And Ponca is going to call a timeout. And it'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll take it as well. Brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermilion. 54-43, Vermilion leads with 3:25 to go on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard.
Welcome to Runnings in Vermilion. Shop their great lineup of clothes for women. Names like Ariat and Carhartt for men. Boots and shoes and kids' clothing. Runnings has a large supply of animal food and accessories. Love the outdoors? See the selection of ammo, firearms, and fishing equipment. For everything you need, walk through the doors at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store, Vermilion.
Welcome back to the Birdcage in Vermilion, where the Vermilion Tanagers, with 3:25 to go, lead Ponca 54-43. Ponca is 19-1 on the season. I believe the seed points work just the same for a Nebraska record as a South Dakota record. So this would mean a victory would mean 50 seed points for Vermilion, which would really help them in the regions and standings, especially with Del Rapids defeating Lennox earlier tonight. 3:23 to go. Vermilion up 54-43 on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. We just came out of the Murph's Appliance timeout. Here's Tucker McGill. McGill playing with 4 fouls, guarded by Carter Hansen. Dalton Lamprecht drives in, loses the ball, and that'll be out of bounds. That will go over to Vermilion. Carter Hansen will inbound the ball with 3:06 to go. Vermilion up by 11. It is a 4-possession game. Carter Hansen with the ball. I do apologize for that. The Vermilion student section chanting overrated. I do believe they need to recognize that a C2 team in Nebraska, Vermilion's essentially like a B team or a C1 team in Nebraska. So it's not necessarily apples to apples. So that foul is going to be called on Lamprecht. That is his 4th. Lamprecht with the 23 points on the night, but 2:48 to go. He has 4 fouls. So Zone Robinson going to the line to shoot 2. Zone has 15 points on the night, averaging 10.5 on the season. His average will continue to go up. Oh, that was his 5th foul. I don't think it was, unless they called a technical on him too or something. So I only had him down for 4. So Zone Robinson misses the first free throw. That is huge. Lamprecht with 7 3-pointers on the night, 23 points, is out. Second free throw for Zone is good. Gives him 16 points on the night. Ben Bodlak picking up the slack with a 3-pointer with Lamprecht out, makes it 55-45. Picking up the slack with Ben Bodlak. That'd be a good show. Here's Zone Robinson, guarded by Bevelheimer. 2:22 to go. Vermilion is up 10. Connor Rohrig gets it over to Trey Hansen. Trey drives in, puts up a floater, no good. Rebound to Zane Stark. Stark gets it to Bevelheimer, and Bevelheimer is fouled by Trey Hansen, and that's Trey's third. But the bigger thing is, Coach Drake is saying, just calm down. They need 4 possessions to get the to tie it or to take the lead. Connor Rohrig checks out, Landon Cerny checks in, but you don't want to stop the clock. You don't want to start giving them fouls and stuff. So 2:08 to go. Tucker McGill with the ball. Guarded by Landon Cerny, gets it over to Tristan Bevelheimer. Bevelheimer out to Dendinger, no good. Rebound Skogsberg, that's his 11th rebound of the night. And there's going to be a foul with 1:48 to go. 10-point lead for Vermilion. Bevelheimer with his second personal, 5th team. So Trey Hansen will go to the line to shoot 2. First free throw for Trey is up and good. Gives him 14 points on the night and an 11-point lead for Vermilion. This would make it a 4-possession game, needing 4 3-pointers, and he is successful. That is a 12-point lead for Vermilion with 1:47 to go. Tucker McGill. Big story of the night is Dalton Lamprecht has fouled out. He has hit 7 3-pointers on the night. And Tucker McGill hits a short jumper for 2 points, making it back to a 10-point lead. A full timeout taken by Ponca. We'll take it one as well. Brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermilion. Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard 57-47 with 1:37 to go. We'll be right back on ESPN Radio and Vermilion Streaming.
Sherco in Vermilion is a full-service service center. Sherco LLC is an industry-leading supplier of tarp systems to the transportation industry and is located in Vermilion, South Dakota. Sherco Vermilion supports their customers in the agricultural, construction, waste, and flatbed markets. Become a part of the Sherco team. Go to sure-co.com, about us/careers. Demand the best. Demand Sherco.
Visit our sleep experts at the Yankton Slumberland. With over 50 mattresses to choose from, we carry every price, free financing options, and the most trusted brands in the nation like Stearns & Foster, Sealy, and Tempur-Pedic. Snoring or lower back pain tormenting you? Seek relief with an adjustable power base. Fall asleep faster and cooler with our sheets and pillow selection. With a 120-night sleep trial, you can't make a mistake. See us today at the Yankton Slumberland, 2401 Broadway.
Back at the Birdcage on the campus of Vermilion High School in Vermilion, South Dakota. 1:35 to go. Vermilion leads by 10. Zone Robinson with the ball. Big story, Dalton Lamprecht has been taken out, fouled out with 5 fouls. He has 23 points on the night with 7 3-pointers, so their big 3-point weapon has been taken away. That foul is being called on Ben Bodlak. Ben Bodlak on the attack. See, we can always rhyme that. First free throw by Trey is up and good. Free throws becoming important. We've hit the last 4 in a row. And I've now just jinxed us with 1:29 to go and an 11-point lead. And that free throw, Trey took care of it. He reversed the curse. 59-47, 1:26 to go. Tucker McGill with the ball. Vermilion looking to go 12-6. And yeah, with 1:16, here's Bevelheimer. Bevelheimer with the 2-pointer. And Ponca takes another timeout. Is that a full or a 30? And that is a full timeout, so we'll take one as well. No, you know what? Okay, we'll take a quick timeout as well on ESPN Radio and Vermilion Streaming on YouTube. This brought to you by Murph's Appliance.
Get the finest wood in the neighborhood, down at the lumberyard,
But it's not just wood at the Lumberyard. With a wide variety of quality building materials, the folks at the Lumberyard can help you with all of your project needs. Whether it be paint, siding, cabinets, windows, or of course lumber, the Lumberyard is ready to help. The best wood in the neighborhood at the Lumberyard, 1000 West Cherry Street in Vermilion.
Are you ready to start a career with an exciting team? Thermobond is looking to add to our team of experts. We offer competitive wages, a positive work environment, and on-the-job training. Thermobond is headquartered in Elk Point, South Dakota, and for over 30 years we've been providing lightweight and precast solutions for multiple industries nationwide. Check us out and see if you'd like to start a new career with us today.
Back here at the Birdcage in Vermilion, South Dakota, with 1:07 to go. Vermilion is up 10, 59-49. Trey Hansen with the ball in his hands. Just hit 2 big free throws. And 53 seconds to go. And here is a foul being called on Tucker McGill. That'll be McGill's 5th. They had 5 up there, and I have 5. Carter Hansen misses the first free throw. I'll be honest, I think that confusion over 13 and 23 might have erroneously had Lamprecht out of the game. Carter Hansen hits the second free throw, makes it 60-49 with 49 seconds to go. Tristan Bevelheimer with a short jumper, up and good. Ponca takes a timeout with 43 seconds to go, brought to you by by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermilion. Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard 60-51, 43 seconds to go. We'll be right back.
Todd's Electric, your full-service electrical contracting company. Todd's Electric services residential, commercial, agricultural, and industrial customers. From the simplest service call to the most complex design build project, Todd's Electric has the expertise to do it right. Call Todd's Electric for all your electrical needs. Todd's Electric, helping you control all things electric. Except for lightning. Todd's Electric. Go Tanagers.
Welcome back to the Birdcage in Vermilion, South Dakota, on the campus of Vermilion High School, where with 43 seconds to go, Vermilion is up 60-51 over the Ponca Indians. Ponca at 19-2. If they lose this, would provide 50 seed points for this Tanager team. Here's Trey Hansen with the ball, and he is kind of fouled, I thought. They get it into Carter Hansen over to Zone. Zone gets it across midcourt. And that ball is almost stolen away by Bodlak, but he knocks it out of bounds. So 31 seconds to go. A 3-possession game. So Trey Hansen with the ball comes up, and he's going to be fouled there by Bevelheimer. That'll be Bevelheimer's 3rd. At least I believe it'll be Bevelheimer's 3rd. So Trey Hansen with 17 points, now has 18, back to a 4-point or a 4-possession game at 27.7 seconds remaining. 10-point lead for Vermilion. And that is now an 11-point lead. Trey is 8 for 8 from the line tonight. 27 seconds, Vermilion just some framework of a defense. You don't want to foul. McGill goes in. Has it blocked by Trey Hansen into the hands of Tristan Bevelheimer. Bevelheimer misses. 14 seconds to go. And they're going to call a foul on Carter, I believe. That'll be Carter's, that will be Carter's 4th. 13.4 seconds to go. Vermilion up 11. So Vermilion will get a win, getting those much-needed seed points as they head into next week when they take on Canton and Parker of next week. First free throw is missed by Austin Dendinger. So again, next week, Tanager boys will play Canton on Monday. Tanager girls will play Parker on Tuesday. And that one is also missed. Rebound into the hands of Zane Stark, and there'll be a foul. 6.8 seconds remaining. Vermilion will shoot some free throws. And Trey, I did jinx him. I did jinx him when I said he was now 8 for 8. He's now 8 for 9. Here's the next free throw. That is up and good. 9 for 10 for the night for Trey Hansen. Vermilion will win 63 to 53. 63 to 53. Vermilion will win. That is a great victory for this Tanager team. And we'll be back with our First Dakota National Bank postgame show after these messages on ESPN Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM, and Vermilion streaming on YouTube.
Last week, a guy walked into the UPS store in Vermilion. He did not notice the copiers, the printers, the mailboxes, the banners, the posters, not even the business and shipping supplies. It was like he had blinders on. Hi, this is Jay with the UPS store in Vermilion. Many people don't see everything we have to offer when they stop by the UPS store to ship their packages. They miss all the things we have, like printing, designing. We even offer notary services here at the UPS store, located on Cherry Street in Vermilion.
In a situation like this, the first thing you do, of course, is make sure everybody's okay. And then you're thinking, you better call your insurance person. No, just call Justin. At Vermilion Auto Works, you see Justin handles all the insurance claims and gives free quotes. Not everybody does the free quote thing anymore, you know. So call Justin at Vermilion Auto Works. He'll take care of the situation. Carrying WeatherTech, Rough Country, and Tuxedo. Vermilion Auto Works.
If you're looking for the perfect fit, Vermilion Vision Care Associates fits like the right pair of glasses. Vision Care Associates has its roots in family eye care, and the doctors are well known for being primary eye care providers. With the ability to treat and diagnose a variety of settings, Vermilion Vision Care Associates is the right fit for you. Plus, they can fit you into a new pair of glasses, sunglasses, or contacts that feel just right. With continuing education, see the best doctors at Vermilion Vision Care Associates.
Federal Credit Union, we believe in giving back to the community that supports us. That's why our employees make it a priority to volunteer their time and talents to make a difference. Whether it's improving local causes, fighting hunger, or supporting our local zoo, our team is dedicated to making a positive impact in the lives of those around us. We're more than just a financial institution. We're a part of the community, working together to make it a better place for everyone. Your community, your credit union. Voyage Federal Credit Union.
Welcome back to the Birdcage in Vermilion, South Dakota, where the Vermilion Tanagers have defeated the Indians of Ponca 63 to 53. Now, Ponca coming in was 19-1. They're 19-2. Based on the seed point formula, I believe that is worth 50 seed points for the Tanagers. So we'll take a look, see where that might leave them in Region 4. Could leave them with the possibility of not only one, but maybe 2 home games, depending upon how next week goes, especially with Del Rapids defeating Lennox. So we'll see how this works here. In the game, leading scorer for Vermilion, and ended up with a 20-point game, and I didn't realize it, with Trey Hansen, followed by Zone Robinson with 16, Carter Hansen with 11, Bryson Skogsberg with 8, Connor Rohrig with 6, and Landon Cerny with 2. Now, Carter Hansen, he had his 11 points. He also had 10 rebounds. Bryson Skogsberg, he had 11 rebounds to go with his 8 points. And Trey Hansen had 6 rebounds to go with his 20 points. Zone Robinson had 3 steals. Carter Hansen had 2. Trey Hansen had 1. Trey Hansen also had a block right there at the end. So those are the leading scorers for Vermilion. For Ponca, of their 53 points, 23 came at the hands of Dalton Lamprecht on 7 3-pointers and a field goal. So Dalton Lamprecht scored 23 of the 53 for Ponca. 3 came at the hands of Ben Bodlak. I just like saying Bodlak. 8 points for Tucker McGill. 8 points for Tristan Bevelheimer. Schmidt. Then you had 5 points for Zane Stark. 4 points for Austin Dendinger. And for Nolan Jansen, 3. So the only player in double figures for Ponca was Dalton Lamprecht with 23. Vermilion comes away with a 63-53 win. We are expecting Coach Jay Drake to be coming up here shortly. We're also going to take a look around the state, but Vermilion with just a nice victory over a good team. Ponca 19-1. Now, if they were in South Dakota, they might be on the smaller end of Class A, but more than likely a large Class B school. So, you know, when when the students are chanting overrated, it all depends on what you're looking at. But I think it's a good team that Vermilion beat. I think they can walk away happy. Next week they will play Canton on Monday and then Parker on Friday. So they have a chance at improving their record. We'll take a look at how the seed points would work, but we'll be back with more here in our First Dakota National Bank postgame show. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley, where the Vermilion Tanager boys have won 63-53, and the girls won earlier as well, 62-19. We'll be back with more after these messages.
Your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality healthcare, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
If you want somebody to come into your home and fix everything right the first time, look professional, act professional, treat you with respect, you gotta call Kaylin's. When they come in, I feel that they want to be there. I feel that they want to help me.
You know, they put on the little booties over their shoes. They had canvas from the garage door all the way down to walk on. They left the furnace room in the basement probably cleaner than it was when they came in.
They just do customer service very well. I would recommend Kaylin's to anyone.
Game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in South Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the SDHSAA.
Welcome back to Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. We have Coach Jay Drake up here with us. Well, first of all, Coach, congratulations on the win tonight against a good Ponca team, 19-1 coming in, and they can shoot lights out. Lamprecht showed that, but your team stuck with it. Another balanced scoring effort, 3 players in double figures. Bryson Skogsberg with 8. Just a good, seems like a good all-around victory for you guys.
Yeah. They're obviously a good basketball team, 19-1, like you said. I think they were ranked second in their class, and they just don't beat themselves. You know, Lamprecht's a very good ball player, and they're just solid defensively. And for a team, they don't have a lot of size, but they play the game the right way, fundamentally sound. And we struggled early on offensively. That first quarter. I think our first six possessions we had turnovers. It's hard to score the basketball when you don't even have shot attempts. And we had 8 at the end of the first quarter. I think we had 12 turnovers at halftime. And I don't think we had as many in the second half, but still had some costly ones. And build our team in the postseason, you got to value really any time. But when you don't take care of the basketball like that, that can cost you your season in a one-game situation. So. Got down 17-10 there in the second quarter, finished, I think, on a 16-0 run. They gave us a little wiggle room there to start the second half. We let them early in the third quarter get into kind of a rhythm offensively. You know, Lamprecht gets going, a couple other guys hit some shots. We had to get out of our full court stuff because we felt that was kind of leading to some of that. We weren't as active in that. But settled in there and, were able to hold them off in the end. And, after the second half against Wagner the other night, and besides the turnovers tonight, a good 4 quarters, now we got to try to carry that into next week in our 2 basketball games.
Well, and you mentioned, the third quarter, Ponca got out to a fast start. I think they got down to either 2 or 3 points. But in the end, you guys battled back they only outscored you by 1 in the entire quarter. So you guys survived the onslaught and then were able to build that lead back up.
Yeah, and that was key. We didn't fit, the start of the quarter, we got them in rhythm offensively, didn't have the stops and didn't grind in and dig in on the defensive end. And then even at the end of the third quarter, I think with just over a minute to go, we got it back up to 11 and 12. And I was kind of thinking we may get out of here actually winning the quarter, and we haven't played extremely well. And then we had a bad offensive possession down here. I think we also missed a free throw in that last minute. And then, even that last possession, we lost a kid, and you know what, they hit one. And those are the type of things that just add to momentum, and we've got to be better in those kind of situations. But we got off to a nice start in the fourth quarter, got it back to double digits, and able to hold it off there.
And this is the kind of game that hopefully builds some confidence leading into, like you said, next week. Canton on Monday and Parker on Friday, wrapping up the season. Get some good seed points out of this, kind of looking at that fourth, Region 4. You're just looking to take care of business next week, right?
Yeah, Canton on Monday, no school for our guys. We'll come in tomorrow, and we've got an 8th grade conference tournament our guys will help out at, and then get a practice in after that middle school tournament, and we'll probably give them, obviously, the rest of tomorrow off, and then Sunday off, and then come in Monday morning since there's no school. We're going to shoot around, go over a scouting report on Canton. They're explosive. They've got seniors. The Anderson kid's very, very good. It's our final conference game. Obviously, it's a region opponent as well. But it's a big one for us. Not just for the seeding points. You could get 47 if we get a win at it, out of it. But, one, just trying to play good basketball for, trying to string some games together here. But the other thing, we told our guys, it sounds crazy, but 6 and 4 in the conference seems a whole heck of a lot better than 5 and 5. And even though it's a one-game different, to be 6 and 4 and really, if we could finish this game off 6 and 4, and the Del Rapids game was right there, that you might have got a 7th one there. BB were still in the basketball game in the 4th. Obviously, the Christian and Lennox games were probably our 2 poorest performances of the year. But just from a pride standpoint, would be good for this group. We went 1 and 9 last year, and we said a big key for our season is we need to play better within the conference, our conference games, and then also our region games. In our region games last year, Parker was our only regular season region win, and so we got Lennox in the postseason. So we've done a better job against region opponents this year, done a better job against conference opponents, but obviously got one more to try to go get on Monday.
Well, Coach, thank you so much for coming up about this game. Just wanted to mention, in case, because I believe I did not have my microphone on during the ceremony, but congratulations on the 200th victory earlier this year. Was it something you knew you had going into it, or was that something you found out afterwards?
Well, I didn't know, tonight I didn't know they were doing it or whatever. The thing about it is it's nice. The big thing is, I hate when people say, whether it's congratulations on 200, they're not my wins. And that's what people have to understand. It says we've had some good basketball players, some good teams, and it's whatever it is, that's 200 wins that the Vermilion Tanagers got in the past whatever years. And just proud of the guys we've had in our program. We've got good kids, good administration, obviously good parents in our program, and fans and support. So, we appreciate that. But they're not my wins. It's Vermilion Tanager wins.
Well, and they said your 16th year, we have this sign right here with the boys all-state members, and you can see them in the last 16 years, just the number of them that have gone through Plitzwhite, Williams, Dobney, Gestring, Creer, and Boots. And so, like you said, a lot of great players have come through, and some great players out there for you right now, too.
Yeah, it helps, right?
It does.
No matter what you say, you got to have good players, and we've had good groups, and we feel we got a good group right now, and we got good kids coming up and stuff. So I'm just happy, got the opportunity to come here 16 years ago, and it's been good for me, and hopefully there's many more to come.
All right, well, Coach, thank you so much. We'll talk to you sometime between now and Monday, and we'll hit it again next week.
All right, thanks a lot, Mike.
Hey, thank you. That was Coach Jay Drake of the Vermilion Tanagers following their 63-53 victory over the Ponca Indians. And the girls won earlier tonight as well, 62-19. Let's just take a look around the state, brought to you by the Vermilion Medical Clinic. This postgame show being brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Well, as we mentioned, there was a few different big games tonight. One of which was the Del Rapids boys defeating Lennox. So let's just take a look at boys, and then we'll go back to girls' games. In AA, I'll go over games of note and area games for you. I won't go through all of them. Sioux Falls, Washington, number 5 in AA, defeated Sioux Falls Roosevelt 56-52. Aberdeen Central defeated Brookings. Watertown defeated Receiving Votes Huron 67-56. Watertown's now 10-7. They might start receiving some consideration in that AA poll. Number 1 Mitchell defeated Pierre 74-50. Number 3 Brandon Valley over Spearfish 69-42. Harrisburg over Douglas 74-38. Rapid City Stevens over Sturgis Brown right now 19-16 with 2 minutes to go in the game. And no score update in O'Gorman and Harrisburg. In Class A boys, games of note in area games. Avon loses to Kimball Whitelake 52-41. Groton area defeated Britton Hecla 77-35. They are now 12-4 on the season. Millbank over Webster area. Canton in overtime defeated Hanson 72-65. Canton moves to 10-8 on the season. Hanson falls to 11-6. Del Rapids again over Lennox 74-63, an 11-point victory for Del Rapids. Del Rapids moves to 13-5. Lennox moves to 13-5, according to this little stat sheet here. Castlewood over Esteline Hendricks 63-19. Platte Geddes over Wagner 40-31. Del Rapids St. Mary over Baltic 62-53. West Central over Chamberlain. Gregory defeated Bon Homme. Dakota Valley beat Madison by 22. T area is leading Elk Point Jefferson 46-22 with 3 minutes to go in the third. And that is all of your Class A games of note in the area. And Class B, Aberdeen Christian Receiving Votes loses to Potter County. Bridgewater Emery defeats Mitchell Christian. White River by 14 over New Underwood. Scotland leads Menno 32-27 at the end of the first half. Chester area defeats Centerville 57-46. Bellefouche over Faith 59-56. Castlewood again over Esteline Hendricks. Howard over Arlington 81-28. DeSmet over Oldham Ramona Rutland 70-34. Canastota over Coleman Egan 78-59. Wessington Springs leads James Valley Christian 56-39 after 3. Leola Frederick area Receiving Votes is over Harriet Selby area, wins 75-40. And that would be all for the boys updates. In girls AA, Brandon Valley over Spearfish, Harrisburg over Douglas, Washington over Roosevelt, Brookings over Aberdeen Central. Wow. Number 2 Mitchell defeats Pierre 49-48. That Mitchell girls team, you almost wonder if that loss last week might have thrown them for a loop. Watertown over Huron 35-27, and Rapid City Stevens over Sturgis. In Class A girls, games of note: Redfield over Teoshpazina, Groton area over Britton Hecla, Tri-Valley over Baltic, Vermilion over Parker, Wagner over Platte Geddes 74-42. Mount Vernon Plankinton defeated Kimball Whitelake 80-57. Dakota Valley over Madison 63-12. T area over Elk Point Jefferson 48-39. West Central over Chamberlain. Bon Homme over Gregory. Bellefouche over Wall in an upset. Bellefouche is 14-4, defeats number 4 Wall 16-3. Now that should be noted. I believe Wall is a Class B team. Bellefouche is a Class A team. 14-4 in Class A and 16-3 in Class B. So that's the difference there. Arlington defeats Elkton Lake Benton 54-37. Red Cloud leads Bennett County 23-1 with 3 minutes to go in the first. And Hot Springs and St. Thomas More, no score update. And in Class B, let's take a look. Bon Homme over Gregory. Again, Wall falls to Bellefouche. And those are all the games of note. So Monday, when we talk, we will talk. Tune into At the Mic, as I will have a significant dive into the seeding, matchups, who's facing whom for both boys and girls. So At the Mic, 7 to 9 on Monday morning, and we'll be previewing the Tanager game against Canton Monday night, and the Tanger girls game against Parker on Tuesday night. For Jen Ashley, I'm Michael Schumacher. This has been Tanger Basketball by First Dakota National Bank on ESPN Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM KVTK, Vermilion and Yankton, and Vermilion streaming on YouTube. We'll see you or talk to you on Monday.